Okay, good evening guys. This is the Losing Game tuloy na naman tayo, Losing Streak Gaming Podcast. Pero losing game na talaga, parang parati tayong talo no?
Umpisa pa lang,
sumabit na ako. Anyway, good evening guys. So this is our somewhat yung parang talagang yung horror team natin sa podcast na yon. And tonight, we have our very special guest, si Sir JM of 0 Hour Discussions. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Good evening, fellas. Okay naman for today. I've been watching a few Hell's Kitchen, which nagugutom ako kanina. But yeah, everything's fine for this month. A bit disorganized on my end pagdating sa streams ko. And I'm also thankful for you guys. We got something going on that night. We totally enjoyed the hell out of 2 hours of discussion. We were just anticipating it for about an hour, but that's how everything goes in reaction. Yeah, I'm looking forward for this discussion this evening, and also big thanks to Jazz for actually connecting all of us. I'm thoroughly enjoying Losing Streak Gaming's
thank you, sir.
Your content. Talaga. I've been following you guys, and I'm also a big fan of horror movies, so medyo outdated na yung alam ko. But that's we're going to cross that bridge in a few pag-uusapan natin.
Pag-uusapan natin sa
Thank you so much for the invite.
Thank you for accepting, man. Thank you.
Thank you din for accepting. Kasi nung nag-guest kami sa inyo, biglaan. Ito din biglaan.
Yeah.
Actually, di ba last night lang din natin napag-usapan lang din So I hope you guys like the team na yun na nasa nasa mansion tayo na yun ng Resident Evil 1.
Oo nga eh.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So since pretty much all of the dito, yung mga nakinig na sa amin, mga nagpapalo din sa amin sa podcast namin, alam na kung ano yung gaming history namin nila, ni Adrian, kung saan kami nanggaling, kung saan kami nag-umpisa. How about you share us naman, Sir JM, kung ano ba yung naging gaming history mo? When did you start liking games? And how did you end up doing what you do? Which is our discussions.
As our discussion. So, simulan muna natin with gaming because you guys are the team of Losing Streak Gaming Podcast. It's all about gaming, which is medyo outdated now, as I said. But gaming history-wise, where I started is around, I think it's in the early 90s. Sorry if you guys are hearing something. There's really something going on out here.
It's okay. I don't hear it. Wala ko narinig ko something.
Good. Kasi dito I've been flustered na narinig ko may mga something. But anyway, moving on that shit. Yeah, meron. Siren Blood Curse.
Siren Blood Curse.
Segue, no? Paano yung segue? Ganon.
Kasi I really enjoyed bata ako going abroad. Pero hindi ako nakakabili because bata pa ako before eh. Ewan ko, narinig nyo na ngayon. Meron na ngayon. May malakas na. But
wala pa din.
My mom bought me my very first... Actually, may Atari kami pero hindi ko linaro eh. Pinili nanay ko. I have totally no idea how to use it before. And then natapon na lang. Kasi back then may kaya kami. So ako wala akong pakailam dahil bata ako eh. So,
sayang.
If you're going to say, sayang talaga. I did have brick game. I think all of us had that before. But after that, I did have the very first black and white na Game Boy. Yun yung pinakauna ko.
I think naman tayo ganun eh. Na nanggaling tayo sa brick games talaga.
And yung Game Boy ko before, it's customizable pa dati. I know you guys know kung ano sinasabi ko yung customizable na Game Boy. You have yung parang Game Boy mismo, and then meron siyang yung parang magnifying na gas.
Tapos may worm light pa. Ganun.
May warm light pa siya. And then, madaming mga cartridges dati, which hindi ko nalaro lahat because I stick on playing Super Mario. I can't remember kung karate ka yun. Karate ka.
No. Pucha.
Meron din.
Back to memory lane.
Meron din. Saka I can't remember kung Road Runner ba?
Load
Runner yun.
Parang Road Runner yun. Yun. Pucha. Isa pa yun.
And Battle
parang pinahabang
City.
Donkey Kong na stage. Tapos Load
And
Runner.
also Battle City and I think
Yun.
Mega Man.
Oh,
Yeah, I
syempre.
can-
Hands down, Battle City, sir. Ang ganda na talaga.
Oo. Basically, ano yun eh. Yun yung mga naging dahilan kung bakit meron tayong World of Tanks. Mga
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If
Pwede,
there
pwede.
wasn't
World of Tanks.
Battle City, walang World of Tanks. Honestly.
Mm.
Ano pa ba mga laro doon? Pero yun ang naalala ko vaguely sa Game Boy. And then, I did have Famicom. NES. Unang
Yun,
NES.
Same.
Every household naman halos naman. Eh.
So, what do you actually use in Famicom? What do you play in Famicom? Obviously, Super Mario yung pinakauna.
Di mawawala yan. Di talaga mawawala yan. Circus Charlie.
Super Mario.
Din, ano.
1, 2, and 3.
Oo.
Pero doon sa Famicom, I think 1 and 2 lang. Tapos biglang bumili yung nanay ko ng Super NES. Doon na ako nagseryoso. The Super Nintendo for me was actually a very one of the big breakthrough consoles na meron ako. Kasi doon ako nag-enjoy maglaro talaga sa Super NES. And I spent hours playing all types of Super Mario's, NBA Live, pre. Yung tipong pwede ka mag-dunk from the other court. Yung mga power-ups sa NBA. Ano pa? Marami. Mortal Kombat also in SNES.
Sa SNES to, no?
Yeah.
Naalala ko dyan, yung pa mga naglalaro natin yung yung ano ba yun? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yeah,
na ano, ganun.
TMNT meron.
TMNT.
Also Power Rangers.
Power
meron
Rangers, yun.
Oo.
Both Power Rangers, the Power Rangers, parang fighting game and also the semi
Oo, alam ko yun.
anong tawag doon? Beat 'em up ba yun? May mga missions.
Tama.
There's also the Power Rangers dun.
Parang yung meron silang nilabas yung sa movie.
Yeah, that is. Yung movie.
Tapos yung first 3 seasons na parang versus mode yun dati, yung parang fight.
Parang gusto ko yung fighting kasi yung fighting ano siya you're on the Zords fighting, which is very enjoyable. Pero yung talaga nag-spend time akong sobra is Super Mario RPG. For some reason talaga nagustuhan ko.
Di ko pa nalaro yun ng
you guys have to play.
Gusto ko talaga
Super Mario RPG is
Square.
by Squaresoft by that time. Kaya
Squaresoft.
Kaya pala may mga
RPG mechanics nila nandun.
Kaya pala tinulil din yung mga ibang Final Fantasy franchise na sa SNES consoles na ganun.
And it's actually one of the most enjoyable games na nilaro ko where I've shown the PSP na meron ako. I still have the PSP 3000 which na-regalo sa akin ng girlfriend ko. Thank you, love.
Si Raiden, present daw siya. Present si Raiden. Thank you. Hi. Good evening. Sayang, hindi ka nakasama sa atin dito din. Pero okay lang. At least nasa comments naman siya.
si Ada nagtatago somewhere. So, after the bastardization of Leon in Welcome to Raccoon City, I'm not going to blame Ada for hiding. Yun nga, yung Super Mario RPG is very innovative for me. This is the first time na nakita ko ng Mario. I played Super Mario World and enjoy ako dun sa larong yon. Sobrang enjoy ako sa Super Mario World. And fan din ako nung, di ba pinapalabas sa Super Mario sa TV before eh. So, sinusundan ko din yun. So, fan ako ng Mario talaga. Not really super hardcore, pero alam ko yung Mario. So, nung, yun nga, PSP, linagay ko yung...
Napag-usapan ko pala sa podcast na yung Super Mario movie na yun.
No, hindi pa. Wala pa.
Wag muna. Kasi backtrack natin doon sa Super Mario. I'd rather watch
ilalabas sa movie. Ilalabas sa movie.
Oo nga. I'd rather watch the old Super Mario live action movie than Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sabi ni Raiden daw, I was assigned for a project right now, just preparing my grappling hook.
Quote-unquote project.
Okay.
Derek
Are you wearing the traditional RE4 dress then? So usually kapag yun na expect mo projects ni Ada, Project Ada. Diba may side quest na
yung the bee with the bee in a red dress.
You want stars?
According to Jack
I'll give you
Krauser.
stars.
Uy, maraming salamat Derek Paul for sending 30 stars.
Hindi mo na natin gugulatin si pre ha. Huwag mo na natin gulatin si Jay. Pagpahingin yung puso niyang taong yan. No?
Pilalitan ko muna. Baka siguro tinestingin mo na ni Derek Paul yung si Star Steel.
Paparamdam. Yan eh. He's testing the water siguro. Gugulatin ko to sa Jay.
Sorry for cutting you off nga pala. So,
I just like to cut in.
Tuloy mo lang na kung tuloy mo lang din ulit yung share mo kanina. Sorry.
Yeah, before I proceed on, I would just like to also give a very big thank you to the people that support independent creators such as this channel. Say,
yeah, thank
without
you.
you guys, talagang mahirap i-pursue tong hobby namin. Especially ako, I'm not monetized in YouTube. Minsan nahingit ako sa mga stars na yan because I cannot implement dito sa Facebook. But for people nga nag-donate dito sa kanila, big thanks to you guys because yan eh. Alam mo yung motivation din nila to continue on eh. Okay, it's a big thing na may nag-donate and just continue supporting yung creators siguro na you guys enjoy talaga. Yun naman sasabi ko. But going back to gaming, yung PSP ko, may emulator yung PSP ko ng SNES. Hindi ko tinanggal. Parang nilagay ko na dun eh. So meron akong doon, Mario RPG which tinapos ko a week ko tinapos kasi I want to savor and tapusin lahat ng missions. And also yung Mario World. Which is sobra daming secrets ng Mario World hanggang ngayon. And hindi ko pa scratch and surface pero hindi ko na nalalaro dahil I have to work, so yung amount ng time na ilalaro ko, alam ko, kinoment ko to before, if I were to choose talaga, if I'm going to sleep or play, I'm sorry, kailangan ko magpahinga dahil sa trabaho ko.
Kaya na tayo
sinabi ko before yun eh. It's not throwing shade on everyone na naglalaro. Parang sa akin lang kasi, importante sa akin na magpahinga. You guys know why. Sinabi ko, fair kung bakit talaga. Pero kung may luxury ng oras ako, why not? Diba? Parang, hey, I like to enjoy some games. I like to play. Diba?
Kung paano.
I also have
kumasingit ka lang, di ba? Kumasingit ka lang ng gaming time, why not?
I have FF9 that PSP na hindi ko pa rin tapos. I have Legend of Dragoon there na kalahati na ako.
Oh, nice.
And I have RE3 doon na hindi ko mapagana ng maayos. Hindi ako makapag-save which nasak ako. For some reason,
may problema sa e-boot mo na gano'n na
hindi siya i-boot pero hindi nagsisave siya pero it doesn't register as a save game. So every time I load RE3, I have to start from scratch again.
Yeah. Hindi, may technique dyan.
Turo mo minsan, pre.
Save state, load state lang.
Ayun talaga. Yun talaga. Save state and load state talaga.
Nag-message pala si Raiden.
Ayun.
Wearing the dress, I wanna throw away my heels though. So, thank you again kay Shell for sharing this stream.
You are not...
Love you.
You are not going to get any pushbacks from us from Ada wearing that perfectly pink dress. Red dress.
Red dress.
Big fan of Ada Wong. Alam ni Raiden yun. I'm big fan of Ada Wong. And going back to gaming after nung SS ko, I borrowed PS1 for a while. Meron ako for about a year. Hindi kinuha sa akin for some reason. I also saw some mileage and nilaro ko yung I think RE3 yata nandun. RE2 and RE3. Doon ko na-experience and sinabi ko nga sa inyo before, totally frustrated with Resident Evil 3's water puzzle. Took me a week para tapusin yun, man. Ganun ako kaasar.
Maraming sa mga kaibigan ko rin na doon teka, hanggang na point it out, Borky, hanggang na yun. Kailangan alam mo na yung water puzzle dapat na yan, parati mong you fuck it up always.
Kasi
may mga flashbacks.
Kasi siya di ba? Hindi siya linear puzzle katulad ng iba eh. Minsan you have luck doon. Hindi siya katulad ngayon na we do have the internet to see how this is done.
Yung mga cheat sheets natin nga na pwede mo.
If you didn't have game facts before, sinabi ni Justo, yung parang yung mga binibili na game guides.
May pinupuntahan daw siya sa Mega Mall dati na pinagbibilan na parang parang puro mga Xerox na mga photocopy lang na puro mga notes ganun.
Yeah.
Then may share din pala ako doon na nabanggit ko na namin sa previous podcast na about yung tungkol nga sa yung gina-jot down mo pa yung yung
Oh, yeah.
yung mga dapat mong gagawin and shit. Tapos pinapa-photocopy ko pa sa mga mga classmates ko doon.
We're hardcore gamers nun. Di ba yung up, down, left, right na yan? Yung mga cheats before, we have to
Oo.
go
The 30
through
live
it.
sheet.
We have to go through it na inuhulaan namin. And then, once na ma-execute mo, you have to remember how you did it.
Oo.
Kasi wala kami libro. Wala, yun, back time ng bata tayo, wala pa tayong pera nun para bumili ng mga ganito.
Oo. Wala tayong media nun talaga na to get those information or rather yung mga tips and tricks. Ganyan.
Which I also begs the question, mamaya ako siguro tatanungin. Pero ayun nga, fast forward, siguro yung most play game ko before in the PS1 is NBA. Kasi yun
NBA,
yung
okay.
height ng NBA dati, seasons
NBA live,
na.
no?
Yeah.
90s to yung 90s na, no?
Even yung
Yun yung
2000s.
Oh,
Yun yung pwede
syempre,
kang pwede mong i-off yung flagrant foul.
Ay, oo.
Oo.
Sila na pwede manulak.
Mas pwede kong gawin 99 rating ni Chandler or anyone na hindi ganun kataas.
Oo.
Yung
Diba?
Yung may sliders pa. Yung may sliders sa
99
game.
Si Rodman. Oo.
Oo, si Rodman 99 lahat. Parang okay. So, big
Fair play
Chicago
yung
Bulls
bigla.
fan.
Oo.
Big Chicago Bulls fan. Yun ang sabihin ko.
Same.
90s ako. Michael Jordan era is the best. I don't care.
Oh, man, oo.
Fans ng Kobe. Fan
90s
kayo ni
with-
LeBron.
MJ era was so good, man.
Singit ko na din. Since nakita kong fan ako ni Jordan, fan ako ni Allen Iverson and Grant
Mhm.
Hill.
Sayang si Allen Iverson, no? Sayang si AI talaga.
Sayang
yun.
si Grant Hill and Iverson.
Sayang
silang
silang
dalawa.
dalawa. Sobra sayang talaga.
And alam mo, pinakasayang din for this generation is Kobe Bryant. Kasi hindi niya nakapitalize kung ano meron
RIP.
si Jordan. Rest in
Oo,
peace. Hindi niya nakapitalize kung ano meron si MJ. I think he could have been better, pero
andun na
it's
siya eh.
MJ.
Pero
ito na.
sayang
Konti na lang.
Andun na eh.
Konti na
Andun na
lang.
eh. Konti na lang
The biggest problem na meron kasi si Kobe Bryant is yung mga kakampi niya. And then nung nawala na si Phil Jackson, wala na. I mean, wala ka na maasahan eh. Wala
wala na.
mag-mentor sa'yo eh. Unlike MJ, kasi si MJ, yung killer instinct niya, hindi nawala kahit nung nasa Washington siya eh.
Mm.
Washington, isipin mo, you have a 50-year-old on 40-plus-year-old player na nag-average ng 20 plus per game, which is very unheard of.
Oh, dumaan
Kung ano
si Dasman. Sabi, good evening everyone. Yes, good
Yeah.
evening sir. Good evening. Yan.
We're getting some crowd going in here tonight.
Yeah. Mga big names
Pero, yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us and nawala na. Well, basketball still gaming. So yun nga.
Yeah.
Siguro yung pinakahuling console na meron ako na I had talaga is the PS2.
PS2.
PS2 yung meron ako. And yung pagkakaroon ko ng PS2 is around very late na rin. Around 2008 ako nagkaroon ng PS2.
Pucha, ano na yan borderline na umpisa na ng PS3 na
May PS3 na yon, meron na. So, I got a deal in ebay.ph na nagbebenta sa'yo ng PS2 for around 4,000. Sabi ko, sige, kunin ko na. And this is the fat edition. Yung malaki pa na, ayoko kasi nag-overheat eh. So, yun nga.
Maganda ka yung fat eh. Maganda yung buhay pa yung fat ko.
Hanggang ngayon, meron pa rin ako. Kung kaya mo mag-ayos pa, baka paayos sa'yo or something. Kasi enjoy ako dito eh. The biggest issue lang that I have with PS2 is, I think, yun nga, the lens problem.
Yung lens.
Yun talaga.
Pero easily resolve siya pag i-modify mo na siya ng yung lalagyan mo ng hard drive sa likod. Lalagyan mo ng hard drive sa likod pala ganun. Tapos yung tinatawag lang free MC boot. Kumbaga parang doon yung doon ka magbubut ng para makapagbasa ng yung PlayStation 2 mo sa hard drive. Pero
dami na sa Shopee, 'di ba? Nang tawa nagbigyan ko sa Shopee na, dami nagpapakbut dito
dami
nagbebenta eh. So meron ako noon, pinakita ko rin kay Jazz na meron pa ako nung I know you guys still have yung binder ng mga laro. Meron pa rin ako, buhay pa rin siya.
Buhay pa sa'yo.
Buhay pa sa akin. So that's around 10 years na rin mahigit sa akin. Buhay pa rin sila.
May shiner si Dasman. about kay Michael Jordan din. So, MJ was a different breed talaga. Inspired me to play basketball kahit kang team B lang ako. I
Yeah.
cherished every moment of training. MJ was my rock and it was a good experience. Kahit fade overall, it was something I was proud going to toe-to-toe in training with the likes of bring us when Afe and other great players. Bigla ako naka-flashback.
Yeah, because
Oh, sir.
honestly, swerte ka Das kasi team B ka pa rin. You're still part of the team.
Na-experience mo
masasabi ko
yun.
nun.
Yun.
Swerte kayo ng team B pa rin. Actually, fan ako ni MJ pero mas fan ako ni for the position na nilalaro ko before. Mas fan ako ni Jason Kidd. Talaga.
Oh man,
Eh,
parang
great.
siya yung kung i-compare mo sa anime, siya yung Kuroko puro puro assist eh.
If you have a good point guard, kasi 90s Chicago Bulls, they have Ron Harper for crying out loud. Ron
Oh,
Harper is also an
Harper.
all-star dati. Ron Harper was an all-star before, as far as I could remember, bago siya maging part ng Bulls, as far as I could. And all-defensive team siya. And overall yung team niya, you have Scotty, you have Ron, you have, bago pa si Rodman, andun na si Tony Kukoc, si Luke Longley, kahit medyo mediocre, pwede mo pa rin asahan sa defense and offense. And yung supporting nila, hindi ganun kagaling, pero the good thing is, nagko-complement sa kanila. Pag mag-out si Jordan, may maasahan siya kahit
may
hindi all-star.
may callback
Ngayon
siya pero mga
ngayon kasi palakasan na lang. The more all-stars na makuha mo, mas magaling ka, which is, I think, bullshit for me.
Ayun, that's a totally different topic na pag kasi these days kasi talaga kung magaling ka mag-tres, okay yan pasok ka na, ganun. Anyway.
Ayoko sumakit yung ulo ko. Ayoko mag-rant about basketball next time na siguro. Yung PS2. So, the majority ng linaro ko sa PS2 gaming history is I played MGS 2 and 3.
Oh, nice.
Favorite ko ang MGS 3. So much talaga yung Snake Eater, ilang beses ko siyang linaro. Sinabi ko rin kay Justin na one of the best games na linaro ko. MGS 2, I'm not going to throw any shade, pero Raiden, fancy Raiden nun. Pero I didn't see Raiden as a torchbearer for Metal Gear Solid. Talagang it's about Snake for me.
It's about Snake din talaga.
Pero I have to give it with the game. Give it to the game. Kasi kung ano nangyayari ngayon, it is reflecting. Yung sinabi ni Kojima doon, yung mga in-establish niya, especially with tech censorship and everything, nangyayari na ngayon. So, I have to give that props to Kojima on formulating some very good story na kapag share ko sa inyo, may link ako share sa inyo mamaya, na kung ano yung sinabi niya about tech censorship and how the media actually manipulates everything, nandun siya. Anyway, ano pa ba? I did play Siren, man, pero hindi ko tinapos.
Yung sa PS2. Sa PS2
ang hirap ng 1 sa kanon 2.
Ang hirap nga. Sobrang hirap ng Silent 1 and 2. Pero kayo lumabas yung yung Blood Curse. At least medyo
madali siya eh.
Madali ng konti. Nakakagulat ka lang.
Tone down yung difficulty settings ng Blood Curse, to be honest. Dinaro ko yung Blood Curse sa bahay ng kaibigan ko. And it's a totally different game dun sa 1 and 2. Kasi yung sa 1, lalo na yung 1 men, magsa-struggle ka kung paano kumilos.
Kasi limited ka kasi sa din sa controls ng PS2 yung control scheme na binigay nila doon.
Yung controls, if you're going to compare it with modern day RE, it's like the tank controls nga.
Tank controls. Yun nga. May sabi si Sir Dasman, so MGS2 sucked for me when I first played. Saka I hated playing it so much to collect all of those damn dog tags para sa stealth camouflage infinite and and weeks ni Raiden. Totoo yan, actually. Naging problema ko rin din when I was also trying to platinum the game kasi requirement din yan na kunin lahat ng mga dog tags ng
you actually are a platinum hunter, diba?
Platinum hunter yan. Ay, sorry, Adrian. Parang medyo nakano dyan. Magano'n ka na.
Okay lang, sige.
Sige. Ano yun?
Yun nga. So, yun nga. It's some of the games na linaro ko, but not entirely. I'm currently playing PS2 ko. I'm currently playing Final Fantasy 12, 13 yata dito.
Uy, nice.
Open
Pareho
world.
kayo na, no? Pareho kayo ni Adrian na
Open world.
nag-ano nun.
Kasi sa kanya yung Zodiac Age eh. Unfortunately, yun yung wala sa akin eh.
May pagkakaiba to doon, Adrian?
Meron.
Malaki.
System, ayun, may, kaya nga Zodiac Age, parang yung job class nila is, kumbaga, yung license point system ng original Final Fantasy Western release dun sa 12, it's much more simplified na yung parang i-unlock mo lang yung mga items or weapons for that
Ang hirap
character.
dito eh. Ang hirap dito eh. Sa original.
Oo. Actually, mas mahirap dun sa sa akin, ngayon pa lang nahirapan ako dun sa sa management nung sa job system dun sa sa Zodiac Age kasi pag hindi mo pa nakuha yung update 1.04, permanent yung class nung character na yun. Tapos classes lang yung pwede mong gamitin. So napaka-limited nung mga items saka nung weapons na pwede mong i-equip dun sa isang character. But nung dumating yung last update, pwede mo na siyang i-interchange basta pupunta ka lang kay Mont Blanc to change your job class. Parang ganun.
Sabi ni Raiden, regarding the Metal Gear Dog Tags trophy, I never got the chance to complete it. I was about to throw my controller that time.
Yeah.
Controller rage. Sorry to cut you off.
You could actually see the kinship na meron tayo sa audience, people that play the games.
Yeah, they do. They do
really
play the
important.
games.
It's really important you have some sort of fellowship and community na talagang, alam mo yun, na naintindihan nila kung sinasabi nyo. Kasi if the topic and people na mabobore out, which we're really thankful na yung gaming community natin, we know our shit.
Wag daw pagkain na, no? Kasi pagdating sa pagkain.
Sa mga live streams lang yan. Sa mga live stream yan.
Pag napag-uusapan kasi namin pagkain, nagagalit kagad dun si Raiden.
Pagkain, kape. Ano pa ba yung mga pinag-usapan natin nun, Jay?
Yung mga rants natin ng yung tungkol sa yung sa IT department kasi sa mga kumpanya na
mga out of the blue na mga
Ano ba mas masarap? Coco ba o Macau? Yung mga tipong ganon.
Naku, ikaw na lang ma-open ng topic na pre, mamaya.
Anyway. Off topic na. Going back to the gaming history, medyo condensed ko na ng konti. So, yun nga, favorite game of all time. At least for me, is a survivor horror game, which is Silent Hill.
Oh
franchise
man. Nga pala, congrats nga pala dun sa podcast nila.
Ang haba ng namin, usapan namin yan doon.
Oh guys, go ahead and check out Games Silog podcast. Andun yung nila.
Check him out, guys.
Andun yung pag-usapan nila to na dapat Silent Hill 2. So maybe we can brush on that maybe a little later sa horror team.
Dinaro ko yung 3. Yung 1 dinaro ko, I forgot to say, pero hindi ko tinapos. Some deep inside me telling me that I should not finish the game. It could be my really religious belief kasi that game for me, it's a bit demonic. We know kung paano ginawa yung Silent Hill 1. If you guys
played it. We'll talk about that.
And Silent Hill 3, for some reason, tinapos ko siya. I wanted to see Heather Basin kung ano yung ginawa nila. I enjoyed Silent Hill 3 for some reason. Though I didn't internalize kasi it's off my beliefs eh. Para I just played it for the entertainment.
For entertainment lang. You just gonna have to take it take it in and then this other.
And there's some weird connection between Metal Gear and also Silent Hill.
Meron
Lagi
ba?
yun ang nararamdaman ko each time nilalaro ko eh. Parang may connection talaga sila eh. Even in Metal Gear 1.
Metal Gear 1 ngayon.
May and also with 2. Kasi Metal Gear 2 na 'di ba may part doon na parang magiging horror siya.
Parang konti
yung take over yung codec mo.
Yeah, yung
diba?
sa huli.
Yun.
Magandang i-bring up yun kasi di pa namin di ba Adrian, di pa natin na nako-cover pa Metal Gear 1 nako-cover up na ni Adrian hindi pa Metal Gear 2.
That could be an entire topic on its own, yung Metal Gear 2.
Metal Gear 2.
Maraming pwedeng pag-usapan sa 2 na nagre-relate ngayon and also how it relates with other survival horror games. Silent Hill.
I can compare it na rin parang yun yung I can go as much as to say parang yan ang video game version ng Day Live. Lalo na pagdating dun sa sa huli. Ganun. Anyway, basta tayo comments. Tingnan natin na may share si Sir Dasman. Back in 2004, I think piniram ko MGS2 ko sa friend ko. Tapos hindi na matapos
Hindi na
kasi sabi ni Campbell, turn the game off console right now.
Oh, yeah.
It freaking right out. Ganun. Yun nga yun yung pinag-uusapan na natin kanina. So, and then, sino pa ba na ganun dito? Ayan, si Raiden. Regarding the Metal Gear, hindi pala. Silent Hill 2, first time I got mad na wala ako. The effort I put on trying to keep that woman alive only to end up dying.
Yes.
Yun yung naglakad lang na siya na sa whatever sa atay ito. I'm not sure kung sinong woman na yung pinag-uusapan mo doon, pero
Dalawa yun eh.
Dalawa kasi. Sabi ni Sir Dasman, yes, Silent Hill 2 for me. Damn, that game really got me, lalo na after breakup with my ex. I felt like James, I wanted something to punish me. Rip Maria. Si Maria nga pala. Si Maria.
May sinabi si Dasman dun sa comment nung post ko yung kay Jazz. You have to watch Twin Peaks din. Kasi it does relate. It does connect a bit. One of the, not best, pero one of preferable recommendations watching this season, siguro Twin Peaks din. Pero, ayun nga, Silent Hill 3, I played it, I enjoyed it, pero, and I felt na there's something lacking with the game. And I'm not sure why. Nakuha ko lahat ng pwede kong kunin doon, even yung secret na, alam mo yun, yung suot-suot ni Heather na parang
yung parang
Sailor Moon.
Parang Sailor Moon thing.
Sailor Moon. I collected everything. And yung enjoyment na nandun. Pero sabi ko, why didn't I actually enjoyed it? Yung alam mo yung level of enjoyment or fulfillment na gusto ko. I played the game in its entirety. Played it 2 times pero kulang.
Kulang. I mean,
and then sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Sabi ko sa may comment si Sir Dasman. After finishing Twin Peaks, I wanted to rent a room in Baguio. Pag Silent Hill feels ba? Saka may lightsaber si Heather. Ay, oo.
Yeah, meron siya.
Such a 3.
Nakakatawa yun.
Anyway,
nakakatawa
yan. Sige. Yan na yung gaming history mo. So, more or less, you brushed over karamihan din sa mga horror team namin.
Silent Hill 2, mamaya natin discuss yun. Obviously, masasama dito sa usapan natin yun.
Siguro,
Silent Hill 2 is my favorite game for, I think, generally, is the most complete game na nilaro ko. Besides Metal Gear Solid 3. Silent Hill 2 talaga.
At saka it's a smart game eh. Hindi pong
it is.
There's a lot of things that you can interpret it with eh. And dahil nandun na tayo sa topic na yon, since we're already brushing on horror games na talaga. Eto na. Pasok na tayo sa topic talaga natin which is horror games na. So, siguro we'll start with Adrian na rin. Kasi
sorry, Adrian Gintati ako.
Napataltal kami.
Okay lang.
We'll start with Adrian since pwede ko rin kasi if not baka mas marami pa atang alam sa horror game sa akin sa JM or something. Pero I think also meron din mga ibang games na siguro na hindi dumaan sa radar ko na nalaro mo yan. So, hindi ko na tanong sa iyo dati ng mga horror games kasi usually pinag-uusapan natin pag sa free time natin yung kung hindi Tekken, yung mga free games sa Steam, ganun pinag-uusapan natin.
I'll give you stars.
Okay pa. Ay, thank you, JM. Tanga lang, nag-say siya ng stars. So, thank you, salamat, man. Si Dasman, sabi pala, Clock Tower 3 disappointed me. Kala ko horror, well, medyo horror. Pero it felt like an action-packed Sailor Moon Tiara action thing. Clock Tower 3, nalaro kay Clock Tower 1, yun ang maganda talaga eh. Na point and click pa siya nun eh. Anyway, Adrian, so share ka naman ng let's say, yung mga nadaan namang mga horror games na tumatak talaga sa'yo.
Horror games na tumatak sa akin.
Kasi alam ko kasi yun very confident to say na sinabi na rin din talaga ni Sir JM na Silent Hill 2 is one of his most favorites.
Ayun, teka, may pumasok ng buhok sa mata ko. Ayun,
hipan kita.
So, horror game tumatak sa isip ko. I don't think it was a horror game, but meron siyang horror aspects. I think it is for me siguro Parasite Eve
Oh.
3.
Oh.
Ay, pala 2, sorry.
2. Okay, nice. Nice.
Oo.
Nice.
Tapos sa mga newer generations, hindi na kasi talaga ako masyado naglalaro ng horror games kasi nga I'm a scaredy cat.
Ako din.
Paano pa kaya pag hinarap kita doon sa natin, no?
I wasn't that inside back then, so yun. Pero yun nga, newer generations, the last game or horror game I played was Resident Evil 2 Remake eh.
Nice.
Oo. Tapos
This is one release natanong kita doon kung nalaro mo ulit eh. You played it on release noong 2019? Yung start of the year?
Oo, mga ganun time. Kasi parang after graduation ko yun eh. Nung sa second course ko, doon ko lang siya nalaro na medyo maayos-ayos. Saka wala ano pa ba? I tried, I really wanted to play yung the remake ng Resident Evil 0 yata yun.
Ito yung kay Rebecca, no? Tsaka sino ba yung kasama na?
Oo, si Rebecca, Si Rebecca. Yung
Zero.
lalaki nakasando.
Isang nakasando na guy na. Alam mo nakalimutan ko yung pangalan eh. Pero kaya ako hindi ko pa nalaro yung 0 na yun. Medyo parang na-turn off ako sa mechanic yung papalit-palit kayo. Yung ayaw ko na, para sa akin lang.
Parang I think that bored me as well. Parang sa akin kasi I find it boring na yung you had to switch places in that kind of way na hindi siya nakakatuwa sa sa enjoyment ko. Kumbaga parang hindi ko ma-enjoy yung game kasi ganun yung mechanics na ginawa nila. Unlike meron talaga mga games na yung kailangan mo talaga sila kailangan mo magpalit ng character just to activate a door
Open something.
Open something.
Normally sa East Memories of Celceta saka dun sa East 8 yata yun, meron silang ganong mechanic na you need a certain
Alam mo, unang basa ko doon na YS, wise.
Hindi ko nga din sabi kasi nung binasa ko yun, hindi ko maintindihan kung ano yung title. YS na to. Parang
East pala na East.
East pala. It's an alternate world or alternate reality or alternate dimension England. Or Europe, sorry.
More or less.
Europe. Wala lang, share ko lang yun. Anyways,
sorry, going back dun sa Resident Evil 0, si Billy Cohen.
Ayun. Billy Cohen. Yan. Nice. By the way, singit ko lang din pala. Sorry na.
Sabi ni PJ.
May mga comments tayo eh. So, before that, si Sir Dasman pala. Twisted Metal Black wasn't a horror game, pero that game gave me twisted dark feels as pretty and finishing the game and watching all their stories. Parang wake-up call na rin in real-world things that get fucked up din talaga. Ganun nga sa bawat driver sa Twisted Metal series talaga.
They all had this parang super dark backstory.
Background.
Background story na ganyan.
Na parang okay, so they are forced to play this ano yun yung kay Jason Statham na game? Movie niya yun.
Teka lang kaya yung parang
Death Race.
Death Race. Parang Twisted Metal nga na movie.
Parang technically it's Twisted Metal din eh. Parang they are forced to play this sick tournament where you need to win. And you parang alam ko parang same like pag nanalo ka doon you need parang you get to fulfill your wish, ganun ba?
Parang ganun eh. Parang may doon eh. Kalimutan ko yung protagonist doon na puta. Si
Blackbook?
Calypso ba? Calypso, yun si Calypso. Tagal na.
Sige.
And then, sigit ko lang din sinabi ni PJ. Have you guys tried PT? Kojima, why did you let us down? Nahihilo pa ako sa trial nun before I heard it.
It wasn't Kojima's problem. It wasn't Kojima's call. Unfortunately, it wasn't his
call. Pero good news, I have some they are planning
I saw that
to
also.
They are planning to unshelf the Silent Hills game under Kojima Productions, hindi na siya under ng Konami.
Yun nga,
hopefully,
yun yung maganda.
Ano ba yung huling ginawa ng Konami na Silent Hill? I think was Pachinko game, which is...
Oo, it's a pachinko game na ginawa lang for Japan na and so if you PJ laro din namin PT din within this month definitely kasi horror team din yun and I still have it installed sa PS4 ko.
Handaan nyo na yung mga stars ninyo pagdating sa PT.
Let's go.
If Derek and Alodia are watching right now, do your thing. Pagdating dito.
May sabi pala si Raiden, had an experience with RE0. Back then, I made a switch. I made a switch mistake whereas na-stuck si Rebecca sa ibang room na dapat si Billy na nandun. I had to load a different save file. Ay, oo. Yun medyo naasar ako. Tapos minsan magugulat ka na nabumula yung screen mo. Ay, putya, sino natatama na? Inaatake na siya ng
zombie.
yung kasama. Ay, si Sir Jazz,
medyo
dito.
bobo pa eh.
Take.
medyo bobo pa nga yung AI dun sa RE0.
Oh my God, kung uusapan natin ng AI dyan, I have a huge bone to pick in RE5. And,
Just, thank you ulit sa natin.
And si Dasman, funny enough.
Balik yung flashbacks dun sa podcast natin are about that.
Yeah, right.
Basa ko lang yung comment ni Sir Dasman. Funny enough, the Black Mirror series reminds me of Twisted Metal. In a way na ganyan. Seeing the MS3 Pachinko game broke my heart. Oo nga, ang ganda ang ganda ng graphics, 'di ba? Nung sa Pachinko game ng Metal Gear Solid 3.
Metal Gears, yeah.
Ang ganda ng pagkakaano. If they made that a game, money. It's money.
Yeah, when it comes with
Konami, they tend to suck at listening to players or the consumers in relation to their games.
I'm not even sure kung anong goal ng Konami.
Diba? Siguro nag-iba na yung focus nila, iba na yung shift ng attention nila na ganun So, sad lang.
Very sad.
Other games na nilaro pa din, pagod doon na sa
basically, yun nga, yung Resident Evil na talaga RE4, 5, 6, Revelations 2. Yun talaga kasi parang I think I've already said this before sa podcast natin with JM ng time na yun. Yung parang the first 3 didn't stick to me kasi yung controls. It was super confusing. It was super confusing. Tapos nung nagpalit naman sila ng pagdating doon sa
over the shoulder
7. Hindi, pagdating ng 7 saka nung 8, they changed it to a first person which
FPS.
I have problems on playing kasi
may sakit ka nga,
diba?
May sakit ka yun nga, mobility issues pag
hindi naman sakit, parang hindi naman
parang vertigo na rin, parang gano'n.
Mine is called benign paroxysmal positional vertigo Saka aside from that, meron din akong astigmatism. So, super sensitive ng mata ko in terms of light. Katulad ngayon, yung gamit kong light ngayon super liwanag pero dim siya. Tapos kulay-pula.
May iba ng orientation, position. May mga iba yung orientation ng ilaw mo. Taas mo na konti. Medyo overhead.
Maiksi lang kasi yung plug niya.
That sucks.
That sucks.
Pero malapit na ako makakuha ng medyo mas siguro by next podcast or next week.
Yeah. Alam mo paano mo makukuha kagad yun. Guys, send stars.
Panghulat jump scare. Share ko pala. Dumaan pala may naisan si Jarasman. So mobile games ata ginawa ng Konami. More or less.
Yes.
Karamihan naman kasi mga gaming companies na yun, they're switching mostly, may mga mobile games na rin sila just to, para magatasan lang nila yung ad revenue na natatanggap nila kahit free game. So, and another, naisip ko bigla, do you guys consider Catherine a horror game? One of those games I enjoy in the PS3 era.
That's the diba? The one from Atlas.
It's Atlas. Yung
parang dating sim, you need to choose Catherine with a C or Catherine with a K.
Psychological.
Yeah, it's much
more psychological. Tama.
It's much more based on your decisions na yung parang what you choose or what you decide will
kung anong klaseng boyfriend ka, gano'n.
Parang ganun. I tend to stay away from that kind of game.
Sa mga team, yan. And then,
Kasi
ito
ano eh.
si Sir Jazz, duman din. Nice, thank you sir.
Thanks, Jazz.
Naging welcome na nandito ka sa stream namin. I know this is not counted as horror genre, pero when I played Bloodborne, takot na takot ako. Yung atmosphere ng team and vibe, monster design, takot na takot ako.
It's action horror.
Oo.
Oh,
It's
it is.
action horror.
It's action horror
Yeah.
Kaya I
Oo.
would agree.
Ayun, sabi ni Kuya, yung kapatid ko si Jello, ang Mortal Kombat gore lang. Oh, technically, hindi naman horror yung Mortal Kombat, pero it
Alam mo yung-
gave me weird vibes in terms of fighting.
Horror siguro yung Mortal Kombat in a sense na matatakot ka na dahil matatalo ka. Yun yung horror nun.
Mm.
Oo. Sa akin, siguro naging horror sa akin yung latest Mortal Kombat.
Eleven?
It was horrific.
Yung 11. Ang ganda na kasi ng mga fatalities
Hindi,
na
yung
kasi
movie
nagpapano dun eh. Yung
Yeah.
Yung movie.
I was horrified about the movie.
Yung movie.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Sabi ko, karoon ka ng dreams at night eh na why did you do this? And also,
Yun nga.
sorry, cut lang kita. Just remember, one of the individuals who made si Cruz, diba, he is part of Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh,
Siya rin gumawa ng... Pinag-usapan natin to kagabi.
Oo.
Diba, Mortal Kombat, nandun din siya. Itong Mortal Kombat 2021.
yun nasa
movie.
isip ko yung
Makes sense.
tumatak na kasi naiwan sa isip ko yung sinabi ni Adrian eh, yung na
And also sa Death Note.
yung sa Death
Part
Note.
din siya.
Yun
So,
Wank, wank. Ganun. Hey, Patch Plays, thank you for liking the stream. Sabi ni Raiden, meron daw siyang nilalarong game na so loving an indie horror game which I streamed for my comeback. Song of Horror daw.
Song of Horror, Siren or something. She streamed that and sabihin ko yung totoo sa inyo, man. It's almost a cross of RE and SH. Maganda
shit.
siya.
Maganda
Maganda siya.
Tinitingnan ko siya kasi nakita ko yung Data Blitz nag-post na nagbebenta na sila ng ganun.
You should get a try or give it a try, man. Kasi aminin ko yung totoo sa'yo. It's alam ni Raiden to kasi yung stream niya eh. I'm getting an RE1 remake vibe dun sa laro. Pero it also has the effect ng Silent Hill and also Alan Wake. Yun yung naramdaman ko.
Oh, nice.
Apparently, it has the numerous bug issues like.
Oh, yeah. Totoo. So if they make it really work, it is a breakthrough game in horror for me.
Okay.
Ganun yung kaganda yung fate ko dun sa larong yun.
Ayun, sabi ni Derek, in your opinion, guys, which horror games that you don't want to play it again? Resident Evil 6?
Then, para maiba lang. Kasi we all know here that we definitely fucking hate RE6. Okay? With a passion.
Well,
with a passion.
We all hate RE6. We talked about this, pero medyo nagka-come into terms na ako. Kasi I hated it when I played it, pero now that we've talked about a lot of shit, parang it's more acceptable na for me yung RE6 at this
Oo
point.
nga eh. Dahil doon sa Welcome to Raccoon City.
Not only that, kasi at least, di ba, it's still faithful. Sinabi ni Adrian to, which I totally agree, RE6 is still faithful to the franchise.
Sa bagay, tama. You have a very good point
the
there.
only standing factor, or parang standing or redeemable factor na I can actually play it again kung gugustuhin ko. Pero, di ba may challenge mode?
Decide.
Tama ba?
Meron yata. Raiden, meron ba?
challenge mode
Si Raiden, lagi nilalaro to eh. Raiden, meron ba?
Teka, check natin ang comments. So,
Mamaya.
may shiner dito si ayun nga, pagod kay Derek pala. Si Grasman, I remember playing this game, brothers, na nasa hell sila and they fight for freedom, thrill kill yung title, and they bukod sa Mortal Kombat yun ang yun ang unreleased na di ba, na fighting game, yung thrill kill.
Naalala ko yun.
And then, sabi ni PJ, straight up facts, I think he's referring dun sa RE6. Pero yun nga, more or less, it's somehow tolerable na siya, especially na-expose na tayo sa recent na medyo mas Resident Evil pa talaga.
Okay, ayun nga, follow-up question ni Derek. Ano ba talaga? Expect or accept it? Except RE6, we all know that's a failure of a game. Okay, sige. maliban sa RE6 na hindi na namin siguro, hindi ko lalaroin ulit. Ano nga ba?
Except RE6, ganun.
I have pretty easy answer dun.
Ako din, meron
horror
din ako
game.
Meron din ako So, pero sige, Sir JM, kayo muna.
Siren 1 and 2. I'm not gonna play that bullshit again.
Siren.
Is it is it for bad reasons or good reason?
It is.
So, bad reason talaga.
Totally, to be honest with you, fan ako ng Siren. Sinabi ko na to eh. Fan ako ng Siren just because of the concept na ginawa nila. I love the alam mo the time zones na we have to interchange na. It's very innovative nung ginawa nila. And I love the characters as well. But the breaking point with Siren kasi is the controls, which is very bad.
It's bad. Ako para may iba. Ay, sige, sir. Sige, continue.
I could suffer through a game na medyo mediocre yung yung storyline niya, pero at least the controls is manageable. Alam mo yun? I could play through it, not saying that I'm going to enjoy it, but at least you have the controls right. Pagdating kasi sa Siren 1, if you guys don't believe me, just go ahead and get a copy. Meron akong kopya dito if anyone wants to borrow it. I would give it to you for free.
But nice man. So ayan, hit up Sir JM lang.
Tignan natin kung kakayanin nyo in your first run through. Kasi ako nag-give up ako sa second ko lalo na sa 2. Dahil ang hirap niya, number 1, mahirap na yung Siren. Controls na mahirap na. And to tell you honestly, yung difficulty niya, mahirap din. Walang there you have no option. Actually, I could remember na parang walang option dito para i-toggle yung difficulty niya. So, on top of having problems with controls, now you have to contend with the AI. Sobrang aggressive ng ghost AI nila. And yung main mechanic ng laro, you have to mind jack people to see kung nasan sila.
Exactly.
Saka ka lang makakakilos when they don't see you.
Oo nga.
And sabihin natin may mga barrel doon, they don't die from any weapons. So, mahirap talaga siya. Even in Siren Blood Curse, ganun yun hindi namamatay yung mga kalaban mo dun You only incapacitate them
ka lang
for a while.
Incapacitate mo.
So, it's an easy for me na ayoko na laruin, pero I'm watching the videos for people who play it until now kasi I enjoy it. Pero kung ako mismo lalaruin ko, I'm not gonna play Siren again. Talaga.
Ako, share ko sa akin. So, para sa inyo guys, for bad reasons, di ba? Sa akin, for good reason, kung bakit ayoko lang laruin ulit. Kay Adrian, di ba, RE6, yeah, definitely. Pero...
Except nga daw, sabi ni Derek so nag-iisip ako ng papalit ko.
Okay, so para maiba lang naman sa akin, for good reason, I don't know if you guys have heard yung sa last generation lang na horror game na, Until Dawn,
I know that.
Sobrang ganda niya sin talagang yung tema na yung you have to make decisions to kung makakaapekto kung kumamatay ba itong tao na to, kung ano magiging outcome ng game, na kung makakain ba siya ng mga batao dito, makalaban doon, mga Wendigo, mga ganun yung mga cannibalist na tao na nasariba ng evil spirit, ganun. So,
yung mga twists and turns ng stories na yun were very unexpected.
It's like your typical weekend na horror movie na yung parang yung summer vacation.
I know what you did last summer.
It's a typical slasher film na ikaw yung nagkukontrol ng outcome ng laro which is fucking awesome talaga. So when I platinum the game, got all of the endings na ulit parang ayaw ko lang laruin kasi gusto ko ma-preserve sa ulo ko yung na-experience ko sa laro na ang ganda niya. Kasi parang ako nanood ng kasi I had to go with the different kinds of endings. Kailangan kunwari yung ending na patay sila lahat, o kaya ending na nabuhay lang yung MC lang, which is yung babae, or yung ending na ayun nga nabuhay sila lahat. Ganun. So ang nangyayari doon is parang pakiramdam ko, parang I did not just play, or rather did not just watch a movie na ginusto ko talagang outcome. Nakita ko rin kung paano yung mga what if scenario naman niya. Ika nga na yung nangyari. Speaking of what if, pinapanood ko na nga pala yung what if yung Marvel's What If, Adrian. So, medyo nagustuhan ko rin yung mga doon. Lalo yung, natawa lang ako sa zombie episode. Anyway, so,
Marvel Zombies.
Sa Marvel Zombies. Ayun, so para sa akin, Until Dawn. How about you guys? Is there any let's say
Good enough na kaya ko
a
na
video
laruin
game
ulit.
that is so fucking good enough na horror team that you don't want to play again just for the sake that you want to preserve the memory in your head?
Okay, ako, parang may naisip na ako, pero I'm not saying na nalaro ko na siya, pero if ever laruin ko siya, isang beses ko lang sa lalaruin talaga.
Okay.
Alien Isolation.
Oh, yes, definitely. Oh, man.
I forgot that game.
Kaso nga lang hindi ko pa, nawawala palagi sa isip ko. Gusto ko siya laruin, kaso nga lang,
Ang ganda nun, men. Is talagang iba. I mean, i-compare ba dun sa previous release na, yung Colonial Marines?
Layo.
Na sobrang layo, na sobrang lang fail yung the amount of bugs in the game, the amount of the story na akala lang yung they'll pick up from the derelict ship na ganun-ganun and shit na akala lang makukuha nila yung hype trying to spring out of Aliens 2. Hindi, it all failed. It was all over the place eh. Pero yung Isolation, iba talaga. So, pati yung AI dun, grabe.
To be honest, diba, people are touting or always saying that RE7 was the return to survival horror. I would debate that just because of Alien Isolation.
Oh, actually,
I'm
Alien
going to
Isolation
debate
did
that.
it, man.
Alien Isolation presented you with something very different. Kahit na, if you guys are familiar with the Alien franchise, this is very innovative in a way na you've never seen an Alien game na ganito. Not in Dead Space, not even on tawag dito yung mga ibang mga Alien games na alam ninyo. Alien Isolation presented you with a problem na honestly hindi mo ma-overcome.
Oo.
Talagang
Exactly.
you have to hide. Parang siyang amnesia na sobrang advanced.
Oo,
Diba? Yun yung dating. Tapos sabay,
if you try playing it on the most difficulty,
Wala po.
halos wala kang taka sa Alien, pare. If it detects you out of its coverage, randomly biglang magta-teleport dun within the vicinity yung AI niya. Grabe yun.
RE7 is actually for me, it's a B tier game kung ikukumpara mo sa ganda ng Isolation.
Oo, man. Sobrang thank you for bringing that up, Adrian. Talagang sobrang nakalimutan ko. Nakakalimutan ko. Thank you. That's a very fucking good point. And,
Pero masingit lang natin, sabi kanina ni Dasman, masaya yung mercenary mode. I mean, all the Resident Evil games.
R6.
I enjoyed the mercenary mode, totoo. Tapos, ito pa, sabi niya din, I remember Arkham Asylum, there was this part
May part doon na nakakatakot eh.
with the tear gas, and it was short, but I felt a great horror.
Yes.
Mukha, no?
That's a horror part dun.
Lalo na yung sa stage ni Scarecrow na hindi mo alam kung paano.
Yun eh.
Yun nga, gabi.
Oo nga.
Inducing fear with on the Batman.
Diba yung may yung parang isa sa mga unsettling doon is Bruce had to look into the dead bodies.
A body bag, diba?
Tapos nandun si Martha and also si Thomas Wayne.
Thomas Wayne.
Kinausap pa siya eh. Diba parang, okay.
And,
It's really unexpected. It's really unexpected for an Asylum Batman game na may ganun.
Well, since it is in a mental asylum.
Well, yeah, you could say that.
Right.
And you do have Scarecrow doon. So
speaking of a mental asylum, meron magandang point na binining dito si PJ.
Okay.
So from him I don't know, but for me it's Outlast 2. The story is edgy as fuck, unlike 1, but I did play the game for it. I came from the jump scares and weirdest encounters, to be honest. It was fun, but the story kinda meh to me. Actually, para sa akin, since I haven't really played Outlast 1 and Outlast 2, which is why isa-stream natin yan na magugulat na naman kayo. Para sa akin kasi, di ko masabi na kung bakit mas maganda yung Alien Isolation para sa akin. Kasi Alien Isolation kasi I already played it eh. Outlast, I've only played a few minutes. So malalaman ko na lang na we'll see. I mean, kasi marami din nagsasabi na Outlast is also a good game eh.
Outlast is a good game.
Yeah.
Pero the issue with Outlast is ano siya parang once na matapos mo, ano na mangyayari.
I mean, may
Nalaro ko
nakagad
yung
ganyan.
Nalaro ko yung 1 eh. Nakakatakot siya in a sense. Here's one thing that
No,
I
no
hate
spoilers,
about.
please.
Oh,
Ano?
there's one thing I hate about these new games na Amnesia and everything na if you rely on jump scares sa laro, wala ka na sa akin. Kasi panay jump scare eh. You could classify even Cry of Fear and also Condemned on that one. Condemned maganda siya. Maganda yung concept ng Condemned. Pero
Oo.
panay jump scare eh, which I get irritated instead of being amused or entertained.
Diba? Kami ni Jay, nung nilaro namin yung Cry of Fear, hindi kami natakot, natawa kami.
Natawa kami.
Nakakatawa siya.
Natawa
Pero
kami.
may mga parts na yung sound kasi, dahil may sound effect, kaya nakakairita. Diba yung mga sound effects nila, parang imbes na matatakot ka na, nagugulat ka, pero in ending matatawa ka eh.
Trim kaya natin yung minsan, Jay.
Tawanan kasi natawa kami noon Tinry namin mag-online na multiplayer ng Cry of Fear kasi iba yung story mode ng Cry of Fear pag multiplayer. So natawa lang kami ng first encounter namin ng mga kalaban doon, yung mga lumilipad na mattress na
yes.
Tapos
reminds us na yung parang small hint na rin na sa Silent Hill 2 mga ganun yung sa final boss.
Oo.
Yes.
Kaya tapos permanent pa yung kunyari pag nag-reload ka, yung parang remaining ammo
mapapatong ganun ay mawala. Teka, share ko pala kayo may sabi si Raiden. The game I never ever get to play is Amnesia. For me, the aspect of horror game is somewhat out of place. Sometimes the story doesn't make sense with the gameplay. That's true. I mean, nagustuhan ko din ng Amnesia pero not for the reasons that people think. Ganyan. Nagustuhan ko siya kasi yung ambience niya. Baga, yun lang. Pero yung pagdating sa mga jump scare ganun na kasi nalaro ko na. Yun lang siguro yung horror game na hindi ako natakot.
Have you guys played SCP?
Which SCP?
Wala ako sa bagay sa pala nilaro ko eh. I mean, wag na natin discuss dito kasi this is a whole other discussion kapag discuss natin
kasi
SCP.
if we open that magpag-uusapan na natin
mga
creepypasta na ganun
Ayan, singit lang natin yung ni EJ. Vice versa po, what is the horror game that you'd play again someday or all? I bet si Kuya Jay, the classic. Either RE2 or 3, speedrunner, hahaha. For me, sabi niya, Bloodborne, I'm a fan of From Software, Miyazaki Souls games in general. The DLC bosses are just effing good, especially Ludwig. In my opinion, the best boss fight of all Souls game.
Nice. Talagang Bloodborne talaga yung yung mako-consider mo talaga action horror game sa Souls games.
Labas na sa
action
PC.
horror game.
Wala pa sa PC noon hanggang ngayon.
So, anong question niya? Yung, so, what is the horror game that you would play again someday or always?
Someday?
Talagang sagutin ko na kagad easy hindi ko na i-explain kagad. RE2, tama siya. RE2 talaga ng OG. Gusto ko talagang ulitin yan.
I'll go with, Parasite Eve.
Good choice.
Kasi, hindi dahil sa katunog niya ang Resident Evil. But,
Cinematic
the concept,
RPG?
Saka yung the concept alone of Parasite Eve was something very different It mixed the survival horror genre with parang JRPG elements nung time na yun.
May gusto ko share dyan, pero mamaya ako i-share na hindi ganun binibigyan pansin na game. Anyway, so yun yung sa'yo, Parasite Eve. How about kay Sir JM?
Obviously, Silent Hill 2.
Okay, yun nga pala. Definitely the Silent Hill 2.
Pero as I said, may pact ako sa sarili ko na I'm not going to touch Silent Hill again. Kasi it's my belief na lang.
Okay.
It doesn't mean na hindi ako fan ng laro. I constantly said na it is one of my favorite games of all time and also the best horror game na laro ko. Pero if you're going to include action horror games, siguro The Last of Us 1.
Oh!
Sama ko dun yun.
Shit!
Nasasama
Oo nga, tama. The Last of Us nga pala, no? Ganda.
I didn't finish Last of Us 1. I got to play it until mid-game siguro. And uh, the story-wise kasi talagang top-notch yung one.
Oo,
If you're going to
10 out of
you're
10.
go
Ganda lang
eh,
Ganda ng
if
story
you're
na.
going to if anyone's going to debate to me that 2 was better, you haven't really settled into 1 first.
Oo, kailangan
Dahil-
you really have to play one. You really have to play one.
That conversation will go a million ways sa magsasabi sa akin fans sila ng 2. Dahil if you're going to tell me na fan ka ng 2 and then if I ask you kung na-enjoy mo yung 1, sabihin mo na-enjoy mo yung 1, tapos and then mas na-enjoy mo yung 2, for what reason mo na-enjoy yung 2? Story-wise, basura yung 2. Sabihin ko na yung totoo sa inyo. I didn't play 2. So, sabihin nila yung hypocrite ako na hindi ko linaro. I don't have to play a game na ganun tapos sabay naglalabas na kayo ng mga videos dito. Siguro I was after the story because I know maganda pa rin yung yung controls niya. Dahil alam ko may kaibigan ako involved dyan Secret 6 eh. So
ayun, I would really agree to you na I didn't like the story. I didn't like how they treat Ellie.
I didn't like how they treat Joel in the first place.
And also definitely kay Joel. Pero ang ganda ng graphics niya eh.
There's no contest na mas maganda ang graphics.
Ganda ng graphics niya. Tsaka yung gameplay niya, actually, kahit controversial din na yung character niya, sino ba yung isang ginagamit mong MC?
Si Abby.
Si Abby, na medyo naging controversial kasi doon talaga yung The Last of Us eh. Pero controlling Abby is actually so good. Hindi pang ni-wrestling mo yung mga kalaban mo.
Kasi siya eh, why I hate then The Last of Us 2 yung the message. Go figure kung ano yun.
Go figure na lang.
And also, if you're going to make something kasi, may marami nagpe-praise sa movie, sa laro, which is, sometimes I would agree na there are aspects na maganda siya. Pero for me, I don't need to play the game. Sabihin natin makabili ako ng PlayStation 4, probably yun yung one of the games na top of the list ko just for me, in order for me to justify yung nararamdaman ko. Until na malaro ko yung laro talaga, sabihin ko is one of the worst. Pero going back to Last of Us 1, yung story nun pre, yung story na lang niya mismo, kakaiba.
I mean, the first 15 minutes of the game pa nga lang, ang ganda ng impact
yun talaga. Ikumpara mo yung first 10 minutes, 15 minutes nun sa ginawa nila sa 2, wala na.
No competition.
Kasi,
no competition talaga.
Last of Us 1 itself, tanggalin mo lahat ng cutscenes niya. This is how I see good games. If you could actually take all of the cutscenes and then yun lang i-play mo, you could actually make a good movie out of it. Including in dialogues na paano sila nag-uusap, interactions, scenes, nandun yung full package of Last of Us 1. And I'm not a hypocrite kasi dinaro ko yung 1.
No, ganda na
Didn't
talaga
finish it pero nalaro ko siya. So, I could justify kung gaano siya kaganda. So, yun nga, Last of Us 1, Silent Hill 2, if there's another game na gusto kong laruin siguro, is I would agree with you people, Resident Evil pero not 2 or 3. It's Resident Evil 1 Remake for me.
Nice. Remake. Thanks for guys for sharing that. Before we move, marami tayo na comments na kaya basahin dito lalo. Maganda rin naman eh.
Palitan tayo.
Sige. Actually, ikaw na lang. Ikaw na lang. Para masasaya.
Yun nga, sabi ni Dasman, random memory ulit from my brain. Metal Gear Solid 3 River of Death was so well done.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Grabe. Tama.
Ang ganda no kasi hindi mo malalaman kung paano ka mamamatay eh. Hindi mo alam kung paano ka there's no exit dun sa yung scene yung kundi. Kailangan mo
sobrang creepy, no? It also depends of the number of people that you have killed na mapapakita dun sa river na yun.
Kaya nga sinasabi ko, para may connection lagi ang Silent Hill pati Metal Gear eh. Kasi is a Silent Hill concept eh. That is a Silent Hill concept yung ginawa nila dun sa River of Death na yun. You get to see your sins.
Since na ako pinapmena, i-share ko rin ng si Adrian malamang nalaro na niya Phantom Pain, di ba? So, meron doon isang portion doon within the map na pinapakita yung ghost ni Lisa doon sa PT. So, it's a Silent Hill reference. Ganun. So, anyway, sige, Adrian. Sige, go.
Sorry for interrupting din.
Sorry.
Lahat ng pinatay mo, makikita mo, haha. And they're like, oh, my head is falling off. Tapos semi-horror, I guess, also Snake's minigame nightmare.
Oo. Yung dun sa, no, sa loob ng presinto. Yung,
Yes.
I forgot what game that was. Pero ito sa parang hack and slash yun, no? Magiging hack and slash yung yung panaginip dun eh.
Tapos, ayun. Another one from Raiden, sabi niya, another Resident Evil series, the horror game I wanna play again is Fatal Frame.
Yes!
Legit horror vibes when you need to be smart on how to finish the game by just having a camera.
Totoo yan. I mean,
Sige, mamaya ako magsasabi regarding Fatal Frame. Comments muna kasi importante yung viewers.
yes.
Tapos sabi ni PJ kanina, I'm taking notes here, mga paps. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Tapos, ayun, sabi ni Derek kanina, may recommend kayo na horror games para sa mga players na hindi naglalaro ng horror games.
That's nice. Sige, pag-usapan natin yan. Tapusin natin ng Sige.
Okay.
May comment pa na isa eh. Yeah.
Yung kay PJ din, since The Last of Us 2 is the topic, any thoughts regarding the dude who leaked the game because of underpay and overwork?
Oo nga
Ano
pala,
yun?
no, nagkaroon ng leakage na before ng
Okay.
Nung nun. Well,
They just hate the game.
sorry.
They just hate the game talaga.
They just hate the game. I mean, probably they didn't like the direction it was going. Pabalikan.
Here's one thing, kasi ganito yan, Ghost of Tsushima 2020
Tsushima.
Game of the Year, whatever people say, tell me na maganda Last of Us 2. GOT owns that year. Yun sa akin.
Ganda
So,
talaga ng
ito din
Tsushima.
yung magiging barometer mo kung talagang successful yung game. Binalita nila na binabalik ng mga tao yung copies nila ng The Last of Us 2.
Oo.
Hindi binalita yun.
Tsaka
So,
sorry to cut you off.
Unsold.
Yung nangyaring yung Game of the Year noon, nagkaroon pa lang yung Player's Choice award ng kung
panay kalokohan.
yung kung
Ghost
Game
of
of the
Tsushima,
Year.
diba?
Di ba naging Ghost of Tsushima? And ini-expect talaga ni Neil Druckmann na ayun nga na dapat The Last of Us 2. So doon pa lang
Dami kong
you have to really hear about what the fans really love it.
So, here's something justifiable sa mga VGA awards na ganyan. It's actually rigged for the people na may pera.
Totoo.
Honestly,
It is. It's rigged.
And it was obvious last year kung hindi pa nabulat yung mata. If you guys haven't been red-pilled last year sa ginagawa nila, it's very rigged.
It's rigged.
How would The Last of Us 2 win and you have a competing game under Ghost of Tsushima na it's the Gamer's Choice Award.
Exactly.
So kung talaga magaling ka, maganda yung laro, you have to bag both talaga. So ibig sabihin nito, yung mga bumoto dun sa Last of Us 2, or at least in our knowledge, these are the corporate people na gusto lang talaga yung Naughty Dog.
Exactly. Yun pucha.
F Naughty Dog, sabi nga ni Jeremy Grimes. May may reason kung bakit. Kasi you destroyed your own franchise. Sorry.
Yeah. Yun din ang masasabi ko rin din dun. We basically already said it. So, balikan natin ng comment niya, no? Before balikan natin ng comment ni Derek Paul, may mga nag-message pa dito eh. So, sabi ni Dasman, one of the games na nakabacklog sa akin sa PS2 is Obscure series. Uy, ganda ganda ng bring up mo yun, ha? Naumpisahan ko dati, remember, I like the opening song na Blink 182 yun. Oo. At forgot the rock song opening mo sa school. Oh, gabi mo. Nalaro mo ba yun? Nalaro mo yung Obscure? Di ba, ikaw ba yun? Yung kausap ko rin na nakapaglaro ka sa series ng Obscure nun? Adrian?
Ba ako?
Oo, ikaw.
Babasa akong comments sorry. Hindi ko nalaro yung Obscure.
It's a very fun game.
It's a fun
actually.
game. Parang
horror pa rin, pero nakakatawa siya.
Yeah, it's nice. May mga punk pop punk sounds na din na mga soundtrack nila na yun nga, Blink 182 and crap, I think available din siya sa PSP. So maalala mo siya sa emulator mo dyan kung gusto mo.
Yes.
And sige, balikan natin yung tanong ni Derek. Yung may recommend ba kayo ng horror games na sa mga players na hindi naglalaro ng horror games?
Ako meron, pero kailangan mo ng emulator for this one.
Okay, sige, go. So,
Eternal Darkness.
ano na
Oh,
lang?
yeah.
Ay, oo.
Eternal Darkness.
Shit.
Of course. Definitely.
I heard a lot of good things about the game, and then I'm just technically nakita ko lang mga few snippets of the gameplay, pero nagustuhan ko talaga siya. Paano yung takbo niya pare yung sa Eternal Darkness?
Ha?
Ayun. Yung since na-share mo yung Eternal Darkness, pare?
Give a bit
give us
of
an
background
insight,
sa
oo.
ED.
Basically yun sa mga hindi ko siya nilaro kasi nung time na yun hindi pa kaya ng ng rate ko
PC
yung
mo.
GameCube na games. But I watched this YouTuber playing that game. Tapos pinakita niya doon, parang in-explain niya yung mga features ng game, and it piqued my curiosity din na ako din gusto ko din siyang subukan eh. Basically it tickles your psyche or your psyche na parang
Psychological horror, no?
it's something psychological at the same time
More reliant din kasi sa puzzles, 'di ba? Ang
tsaka
ang Eternal Darkness talaga.
it's a mix of there's a mix of realism and fantasy dun sa game. Tapos may mga parang on how Kojima messes with your mind or on breaking the fourth wall, parang
Yes,
Oo.
factor. Parang kunyari mag-flicker yung TV mo tapos lalabas
game over ka na. Mga ganun.
Okay, tapos yung your save file parang pag magse-save ka,
Been corrupted.
pag nag-guess ka mako-corrupt siya kahit hindi naman talaga.
Ako siya gumagano.
May ganun siya.
It really messes you up. Tapos parang meron doon gauge na kung gaano kataas yung parang panic level mo. Parang the higher it gets, parang the more
Na-affect yung surroundings mo dun sa panic level
parang
mo.
parang sa clock tower na rin, parang gano'n yung yung parang yung horror meter niya. Oo.
May horror meter siya, pero it was done much perfectly dun sa Eternal Darkness.
very much better.
Executed better.
Kaso nga lang parang it became a very obscure, no pun intended game.
For some reason hindi siya sumikat eh.
Hindi siya sumikat kasi GameCube wasn't that much well known eh. Especially dito sa atin sa East Philippines. Hindi din siya masyado nakilala dito. I had a few parang halos wala akong kakilalang tao na merong GameCube dito.
Yes. Saka mahal yung GameCube dati.
Kasi nung time na yun,
oo.
Xbox tsaka yung PS2 eh.
Siguro, since you're on that topic na rin sa mga obscure na ganyan, yun nga yung Eternal Darkness na sinasabi mo na na yung gusto mo ipapalaro sa mga tao, 'di ba, na bago pa lang sa horror game. Siguro
meron pa ako isa bago
Sige, share mo muna.
I haven't finished the game yet, but there's a PSP version of this Corpse Party. Yun talaga medyo
okay.
big.
Okay din yan. Parang yun ba parang mga cute thing ganun tas yung pala horror.
It's basically like an RPG Maker game. Parang ganun yung dating niya.
Is it near like Catherine?
Hindi.
The way it looks, parang siyang how do you explain this? Final Fantasy 4.
Basta parang top-down graphics siya, ganun.
Top-down JRPG yung dating niya, but
2D.
it's horror.
Horror.
Na medyo cutesy yung itsura niya, but
daming
I
morbid
think
scenes.
for beginners, it would be a good introduction for them to play. Kasi, although horror siya, hindi ka medyo madidistract dun sa cutesy element ng game na parang you wouldn't expect something that cute to be a horror game.
Parang naalala ko tuloy yung mga pinipilit din natin ng mga viewers natin na maglaro ng dito yung Doki Doki Literature Club na.
Yung DLC. Parang ganun yung approach niya, but it's an RPG talaga na you need to do tasks or puzzles yata, if I'm not mistaken.
Yun, ayan, share ko yung sa akin, yun nga yung minimension ko na dapat na i-share na hindi ganoon kakilala na rin, pero as well na para sa mga tao na pwedeng malaro na rin. I'm surprised na wala nagme-mention sa inyo kung yung Hunting Grounds na ano, yung
Predator?
hindi siya hindi siya Predator eh. Basta ano siya, horror game siya sa ano, sa PS2 na ano siya, main protagonist nun si Fiona. Meron siyang kasamang aso. Kamukha siya kamukha niya si Jill. Mechanics doon, nagtatago ka sa mga, kumbaga, mga denizens doon sa loob ng castle na nag-abduct sa'yo. Ganun. So, since hindi na pa bring up yun, hindi na pa alam yun, I advise that you look it up. And then, another one, indie to indie, pero accessible siya sa PC. Pero isa siya sa mga, parang, ito, ang tawag doon, yung it draws heavy inspiration sa Fatal Frame series, which is Dread Out. Yung Dread Out. Ano siya, Indonesian horror game na na gamit mo rin camera sa pag-exercise ng mga ghosts, pero yung camera na yun is your mobile phone. So yung mobile phone mo gano'n na pinapacture yung mga ghosts, doon mo na-exercise sa mga yun. And then last one, if you have the means, kung meron kayong ma-access PT, definitely it's one of those games that you have to play na horror para sa akin.
And before yung kanina, hindi kasi nililist lalagay recommended games natin para makita din nila.
Okay.
Ano yung kanina sinabi mo before Haunting Ground? Or after nun, sorry.
Dread Out.
Dread, D-R-E-A-D?
Dread Out.
Saan ano siya?
Platform, PC siya, PC.
PC.
Actually, available nga siya available din siya sa GOG. So, alam mo na, Adrian, kung saan nila titignan nila. Alam mo na yan. Okay. And,
tapos PT, no?
PT. Tapos sa'yo naman, Sir JM, ano mga marirecommend nga sa mga tao na hindi naglalaro ng horror game na marararo ng horror game?
Mahirap kasi magbigay ng recommendation. You have to gauge muna din ano yung nilalaro nila talaga.
Sabagay,
ano ba yung enjoy nila?
For ano nga daw for non-horror game players daw.
Yeah, pero anong nilalaro nila? Anong nilalaro nila besides it na nina-enjoy nila? Are they playing RTS? Are they playing action games? Kasi kung doon tayo magre-rely, mas maganda yung recommendations na ibibigay mo, di ba? So something inclined doon sa ina-enjoy nila. I'm going to go old school on your asses. Sabi nga nila. So, number one, nagulat ako hindi mo bringing up to Jay, is Cold Fear.
Oo, puta guys, isa pa yun. Definitely.
Cold Fear has a 97% rating. It's one of those games na nagtataka ako bakit hindi siya naging mainstream third-person shooter siya kasi maganda yung laro. Maganda yung laro talaga. So, I would put that on the list. And also, if you're looking forward to playing Resident Evil pero undecisive ka, you don't like zombies pero you like, let's say, the feel of RE, you could go on Dino Crisis 1.
Oo. Sa pa pala, Dino Crisis 1. I mean, talaga pag usapang old school yun. Dino Crisis.
Old school talaga, Dino Crisis 1. If you wanna go way back pa siguro, if you guys could research Sweet Home. Talaga old school ang gusto niyo.
Famicom.
It's a horror game. Pero hindi siya nakakatakot for any set. Pero the way kung paano ginawa yung story ng Sweet Home, it's very unsettling.
This was supposed to be Resident Evil, right?
Resident Evil.
It was supposed to be Resident Evil.
Na-inspire Resident Evil dito sa Sweet Home. Kasi for some reason, ayun nga, zombies and isolation sa mansion and everything.
That's on the Famicom. Family computer pa yan. Yung time nun.
Pero you could look for it sa emulators. Alam ko, there are some sites na meron sa emulators.
Meron siya sa Android.
Meron ba? Ma-emulator ba? O yung mismong Sweet Home?
Port yata siya.
Oh, that's good.
For Home Sweet Home yun.
Nice.
Sweet Home yung nakalagay dito sa...
Home Sweet Home din. I think yun yata siya. Pero if you go back, tama si AJ sa Famicom, it is there. Makita niyo yung history niya. May mga tao naglalaro.
I have a question. Is Sweet Home had an adaptation sa
movie?
Oo.
No, not in Netflix, not in Netflix. It's not that. Hindi yung hindi Sweet Home na ano. So yung Home Sweet Home siguro yun. Pero yun
Yes,
nga, it's an old school Sweet Home series. Yeah, I would recommend people to watch it. Maganda siya. Pero yung laro, it's a totally different thing. It's actually the game that's inspired RE talaga.
It is definitely.
So
Nag-inspire kay
another
Shinji.
recommendation doon. Siguro I have probably 6 Code Veronica. Sa
Ay,
mga
oo.
may hilig maglaro ng RE, you have to take a stab at Code Veronica.
Yeah.
At this point in time, tawanan nyo man yung niya, yung graphics niya, yung story niya, hindi nyo tatawanan. Kasi maganda ang story ng Code Veronica, and it will be bastardized in Welcome to Raccoon City. Yeah.
Oh.
We already did this trailer breakthrough. It's on my YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's available on his YouTube channel sa Zero
And
Hour
you'll-
Discussion. Yeah.
Join us when we laugh at it talaga, when we break down some stuff doon. But anyway, number 5, I could go something more modern, pero ito nakakatakot. If you guys want to scare the living out of yourself, go and play The Grudge sa Wii.
Ay, oo. Tara, naalala ko yung unang na-expose ko sa The Grudge kay nang laro si PewDiePie nun sa channel
Yeah,
na
exactly.
na-
Very old school din.
Pero yung datingan niya, di ba, parang rail shooter. Yung tipong,
It's a rail shooter,
kailangan
yeah.
iiwas-iwas ka lang sa
Oh.
sa babae na wag ganyan,
Pero you can't escape yung nun. I mean, it's jump scary, pero
jump scare mo,
yung
solve mo yung puzzles, and then, ang tawag dito, iwiwigil mo yung
pag
remote
nawalan
para
ka ng
makatakas.
battery.
Oh, mga battery.
Nawalan ka ng battery, tapos ka na. Pag wala ka ng battery. Pero yun nga yun, I hate jump scare games, pero this one takes a pass kasi yung ambience niya, and then nararamdaman mo kung nandyan na siya.
True.
You'll be prepared talaga. Pero you won't be prepared dun sa mangyayaring action nung babae. Yun lang masasabi ko. And finally, this is actually a very odd game na hindi rin nagkaroon ng mainstream dito sa atin, is Call of Cthulhu.
Ay nga, luma na yun Never ko siya nalaro.
Not only Call of Cthulhu yung luma, which is very old school na, pero yung bago din.
Yung
I
bago
haven't
na
played the
konti.
new one.
I haven't
bago-bago na
played
konti.
both Yung first person din na parang sinundan na ng inspiration ng Amnesia.
Okay.
It's actually the whole amnesia thing. It's H.P. Lovecraft-ish, kung familiar kayo sa work ni H.P. Lovecraft. Doon nila kinuha yan, pati yung Machine of Pigs. It's really inspired by H.P. Lovecraft. So yung Call of Cthulhu, if you like to play that, guys, ako hindi ko pa nalalaro siya per se, but yung graphics niya ang ganda.
Pero yun maganda
Story
yung
niya,
graphics.
if it's comparable to sa original, maganda rin siya. And never forget, Silent Hill 2, the complete version. Don't play
Yung may kasama,
the PS4, not the PS4 one, kasi nawala yung whole essence ng Silent Hill, which is yung fog effect niya, wala doon. So
Ay, sa PS3,
they-
yung PS3 yung yung pating voice
yung
actor
complete
din.
edition, play the old school SH 1, 2, and 3.
Yep.
It's really highly recommendable. Pero siguro yung pinaka-obscure na yun. Also, yung obscure, sinabi ni Das kanina. It is a very fun game.
Oo nga. It is obscure nga talaga. Co-op pa nga yun, di ba? Ayan. Anyway, we have a bunch of comments right now.
So, before that, yun, okay na yun. Nasettle na yung recommendations. Okay na.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah.
good. Oo.
Okay.
Basta tayo ng mga comments. Saan ba tayo na gano'n dito? Ayan,
Dami.
kaya si PJ pala. This is I think it's regarding dun sa yung sa rant dun sa Silent Hill or rather sa The Last of Us. Sheesh! Sir J.M. Will, sheesh po yun. Ganun. So, sabi to ni Raiden, did you play Obscure? Oh, yan nga. Pag-usapan na namin, did play Obscure pala no PSP back then. Not sure if I could tell this since it's a spoiler, but all I can say was
You
sad
want
for
stars?
Obscure Aftermath.
I'll give you stars.
Oh, si Sins. Thank you for sending stars. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
sa
Cindy.
Thank
Shout out
you.
kay Cindy. Oo. Friend ko yan.
Yeah. And then si PJ, Danganronpa and Corpse Party were my Wii games back when I was back when the game gave me nightmares and it did Doki Doki Literature Club.
I think parang yung Danganronpa is basically parang Pinoy Big Brother meets
Tapos may mamamatay and then magsisisihan kayo doon kung ano.
Parang it's like yun nga parang Big Brother / Among Us / Survivor.
Ayun, that's the right way to parang Among Us yung dating niya, ganun. And then magandang binigay ni Sir Dasman na naman. I remember, kala ko dati, yung Fear Effect horror. Graphics really got me fascinated as a kid. First time na nakita ko cel-shaded, cartoonish. Oo. Ang ganda ng ano.
I have a question dito. I have a question also. Sige, mamaya. Tapusin muna.
Okay. Sige. Have you guys finished Dying Light? No, definitely haven't yet.
Nope.
Pero I've heard a lot of good things about it. Ito yung parkour na tumatakbo, di ba?
Well, my light is dying right now, but not Dying Light.
I haven't touched it in years, nabubulok na sa game library ko. Ako din. I have it on my game library pero hindi ko pa nalaro.
Dying Light yun yung ano, diba? Zombie parkour.
Yeah, zombie parkour nga. Ganun. Derek Paul again, meron ba kayo horror games na gusto nyo magkaroon ng remastered? And your opinions kung anong babaguhin nyo sa game? If ever bigyan kayo ng chance. Okay, maganda yan. Sige, pag-usapan natin na yan. Horror game na gusto natin na pag-remaster natin ng kung sino mang developer na gusto natin. And pucha, nag-post ko pala dito, mga recommended games.
Nalagay ko sa comments yung
okay.
Ayun, sa mga nanonood, yung mga recommended games na sinabi namin that I actually put it in the comments. Hanapin nyo lang doon, nandun yung comment. And
sabi din ni Sin, hi mga quiz, patambay lang muna maganda yung topic. Thank you. Thank you sa mga manonood ng natin. Yes, thanks for being here. So you support as well. And right then, just to add, if the gamers do want to be scared, especially to the peeps who don't play horror games, Home Sweet Home for PS4. Uy, sige. Actually, nilagay ko nga din sa notepad yun. So, yung isa, Song of Horror, no, na gusto ni pa rin na, no?
Maganda yung Song of Horror. I could recommend Song of Horror talaga. Nung nakita ko nilalaro ni Raiden yun.
Maganda.
I was blown away to the concept na ganda siya.
Sige, thank you guys. Talaga marami ko na nakakukuha ditong input din lalo pagdating sa horror games.
Kailangan maayos yung bugs ng laro.
It's still buggy.
Singit ko lang. Shoutout kay Pauline Monleon, which is a student of mine for for liking the stream.
Thank you for liking the stream nga pala. Yeah, thanks.
I think my girlfriend is also watching, so big shoutout to you, love. Thank you for being here.
Hello, good evening.
Ang ever supportive na girlfriend ko.
Okay.
Sa akin din. Jay lang walang girlfriend.
Oo na, sige na. Okay na.
You have to visit yung stream namin kahapon kasi meron kaming promo for Jay.
If you want to hit Jay for if you want to hit up Jay, yung contact number niya ay nasa page namin.
Oy, wag na. Oy.
If you want to hit him up for appointments, for guestings, para sa mga podcasts, ganun.
Wow, what a segue.
Okay. Good job.
That's how you put a good segue. That's how you do a segue.
Okay, ito. Speaking of segue natin to. Yung top
sinasabi kanina
tanong ni
diba, yung remake.
Yung direct.
Wawa naman sana. Sorry. Okay na, sige na. Ako na yung single. Sige, tawaran na. Okay.
Single pa. Don't put it as single lang. Single pa.
lang. Lang.
De. I'm not going to I'm not going to accept that.
Tangina.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige, doon tayo sa tanong ni Sir Derek. If there's a horror game that we would love to have remastered and then mga gustong idagdag, what would be that game? Diyan, nakakamot na si Sir JM na Sa'yo mo na, Adrian. Sa'yo mo na. Para, gusto ko kasi kasi more or less may mga games ka rin nga na nalaro na hindi ko pa nalaro eh.
Ba? I think it deserves more love, especially yung sa mga remake na lumalabas. Final Fantasy 7, 'di ba, nagkaroon siya ng isang napakagandang remake.
Magandang remake yan.
I want
yun nga lang episodic
I want that kind of treatment for the Parasite Eve story or the Parasite Eve
shit. Yes.
With the same treatment. Anong gusto kong baguhin sa kanila? Kasi nag-iba yung nag-iba yung play nung third birthday.
Nag-iba yung direction di ba? Nag-iba yung direction
nag-iba yung direction nung game. Parang ang naiwan na lang doon is yung parang yung lore ng first 2 games eh. But I think gawin nilang para siya, it's more like yung sa Resident Evil 4 na dating, yung gameplay niya.
Over the shoulder. Ganyan din.
Over the shoulder or kahit naman kahit medyo malayo, parang Gears.
Third person, ganyan.
Siguro.
Gears of War.
Parang Gears of War. Ayoko lang siyang gawing cover shooter kasi napaka ang pangit na ng reputation ng mga cover shooters ngayon eh. For me pero I want them to make the parang sci-fi aspect ng game to be more detailed. Kasi parang in-explain lang doon yung mitochondria ni Brea gives her gives her power. So parang I want them to
scientifically expound on it ganun.
Expound on it in a way na parang kung paano ginawa ni Hideo Kojima yung Metal Gear.
Na we're gonna dive down on the Metal Gear hell hole talaga.
Lahat ng bagay may explanation di ba? So parang it's basically yun nga yung sa akin, a game like Parasite Eve or Parasite Eve itself with the treatment of Final Fantasy VII Remake, with the gameplay of Resident Evil 4 and the storytelling of Metal Gear.
Tayo mong hinihingi parang usapang parang $1 billion project na.
Does that make sense ba?
Pero I think we're all waiting definitely for a Parasite Eve remake na sana nagawin nila. Oo.
Ayun.
So that's yours, Parasite Eve. Any other game that you want have it by mastered as well?
Hindi kasi ginagawa ng Dead Space, gusto ko nang laruin eh.
Pucha yun. Definitely gusto ko talaga yung tuwag-tuwa ako yung Dead Space Remastered.
Master nila yung Dead Space, sorry.
Yeah, i-remaster nila.
Yeah, meron pala.
Kayo excited kayo, iba yung itsura ko, 'di ba? Parang actually, I think alam niyo na kung bakit ako ganito eh.
Yeah.
Yung nangyari kagabi na pinag-usapan natin, it's going to tie in sa magiging opinion yung sagot ko dito sa inyo. Okay. Sige, mamaya.
Okay
Sorry.
Ayun, before that, sabi nga ni PJ yun, may sagot si PJ. Sabi niya, for me, Ghost Rider 2. Ghost Rider on PS2. Actually, maganda nga yun eh.
Oh, yes.
Ghost Rider.
Alam mo yung larong yun.
When I was young, uwi agad from school para matapos siya. Watch the movie and a fan of Nicolas Cage.
The bees!
Ito yung tawa ni Nicolas Cage.
Wrong movie.
Yung tawa ni Nicolas Cage dun sa movie na yan.
So
It's
talaga
prime.
yung scene sa Ghost Rider, yung umiihi siya ng apo. That's my Van Helsing. Yung kay Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Van Helsing. I never played it sa PS2 though.
Nagkaroon din yata ng Van Helsing na na parang Diablo-esque yung gameplay. Yung
alam ko yan, sa PC, yung parang Diablo ngayon, Diablo yung datingan.
Parang rip-off lang ng Van Helsing ng tawag dito. Vampire Hunter D. Some reason. Yun yung dating sa akin. I mean,
lang sila eh.
I'm a fan of Van Helsing pero I cannot help to compare both kasi ang lapit sobrang lapit ng nila eh. Pati character design and everything.
Teka lang, anyway, babalik ako. Nasi-share lang ako. Kaya manigit na magsalala.
After mo ako man.
Malaya, iwan mo na naman ako. Kailangan balik mo dito, ako naman ang mag-CR.
Diba? So meron pa ba? Meron ka pa bang gusto remake na
Remake? I wasn't a big fan of horror games naman talaga, but those who stick or who stuck with me, yung mga games talaga na hindi ko makakalimutan. Hindi ko lang sure kung meron na bang remake ng ngayon na Fatal Frame. Pero hindi, parang feeling ko meron.
Parang continuation yung yung Tormented Souls eh.
Ganun ba?
Parang yun yung pinakahuli kong narinig about FF and then wala na.
Oo. Ano pa ba? Siguro bihira kasi ako talaga maglaro ng horror games since I really play a lot of RPGs just to stay away from those kind of genre. Kasi parang yun nga, matatakotin na talaga ako.
Abang inaantay natin ito, mamaya natin sagutin yung ng comment.
So,
Kanina.
yung kanina, di ba tutuloy natin mamaya pagdating ni ni Jay. So, ito tanong ko lang sa'yo. Do you think mixing a horror themed game into an RPG would work?
Like yung sa JRPG na
sabihin natin,
turn-based?
sabihin natin na ganun. Parang hirap pero it is one of the burning questions na meron ako na why haven't we really seen an RPG game na horror? Totoo.
Technically yung yung sa Corpse Party ganun yung dating.
What did I miss?
Ganun yung sige, I think I should look into Corpse Party na ganun.
But
kasi
ayun, I should warn you parang you will be underwhelmed siguro pagdating sa standards mo. Parang ganun yung inano ko eh. Na parang I'm trying to assess na pag nakita mo yung Corpse Party, it's not what you think it is. Parang ganun. Mixing RPG with horror? Psychological horror pwede, but yung parang survival horror, then I don't think it will work on so many levels kasi aside from being constantly attacked by zombies, you'd also manage a party or your stats or your inventory.
Siguro RTS pwede.
Real-time
RTS.
strategy?
Pati horror pwede.
Pwedeng real-time, pwede ring strategy, SRPG, ganun.
Technically yung di ba? Anong game yun?
Sorry.
Hindi World War Z.
World War Z. Naalala ko yung kwentang movie.
Hindi, may yun eh. Parang Days Gone ba? Hindi Days.
Days Gone maganda.
Days Gone maganda talaga. Maganda.
Excellent game. Very underrated game ang Days Gone.
Maganda yung pagka-open world niya eh. Pati nalalaman sa dami ng mga zombies na makumpul-kumpul pag sa mga kampo.
And again, maganda ang story na.
Maganda na story na.
Yun.
Yung sa question kanina ni
remake. Sorry, yung RPG.
If you are familiar with State of Decay?
Yes, I am.
Yun,
RPG ba yun?
No spoilers sa Days Gone daw. No spoiler.
It's basically an RPG na merong you're going to manage a community.
Anong game yan?
State of Decay. State of Decay.
State of Decay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Parang sana yun, naging lumabas yun sa Xbox muna, di ba? Sa PC. Then, I'm not sure kung available siya sa PlayStation.
I think State of Decay ba yun or yung isang nilaro ko? Kasi magkakatunog kasi yung pangalan nila eh.
Pare-parehas. Anyway,
meron pang State of Emergency sa PS2, di ba? Yung nauna sa gawa ng Rockstar.
Sabi ni Dasman, no spoiler sa Days Gone, please.
No worries. We won't. Kasi sobrang ganda ng game na yun. It deserves a punishment. Days Gone daw, wag daw mag-spoiler.
Another recommendation, sorry, nakalimutan ko, Rule of Rose. I forgot to mention Rule of Rose.
Very underrated. Very hindi kilala talaga. And saka, I think this is set on the 1910s, di ba?
Yeah, 1910s.
1910s siya. So, this is before World War I, or rather during or on the verge of World War I. So, orphanage yun, di ba? Na pinuntahan na na nakasama mga iba pang mga denizens.
Yep.
JJ.
Yes?
To CR lang ako.
So, tuloy namin
sige
yung
lang, Sige lang, go.
Tuloy namin yung tanong kanina. Tuloy namin yung kanina na yung remake. Gusto mo yung remake, Jay, ikaw?
Ako na ba? Na-share mo na yung sa'yo.
Hindi pa eh. Tayong dalawa.
Okay, sige. I'll go first.
Sige.
Kung horror game, kasi mas marami kasi masasabi pag sa RPG na gusto ko ipa-remake eh. Pero pagdating sa horror game, pare, gusto ko makakita ng Resident Evil 2 remake treatment ng Dino Crisis, pare. Gusto ko talaga ng definitely. I mean, iba rin ang dating ng Dino Crisis ng time nun eh. Sobra.
Dinakaw mo na yung idea ko, so yun na yun.
Sorry man.
Who doesn't want to see a real Dino Crisis and open graphics and also better controls?
Oo, man. Yung gawa nila sa Resident Evil 2 remake was so fucking good. ang ganda ng controls, pati yung tagungtong pala ng pag-aapak pala, ng pagtatapak ni Nemesis, baka pwede may ilagay kay T-Rex eh. Yung sa T-Rex sa labas eh, ganun eh.
And I also want to see Regina in
definitely.
all of her proper glory talaga.
Definitely.
Like, sabihin natin na Ada Wong-ish yung itsura niya. Kasi ganun eh. Or Jill Valentine.
With the short haircut na kulay pula nga lang, pero I really want to see I mean, have you seen dun sa YouTube mga mods na ginagawa nila sa Resident Evil 2 na
even sa 3, di ba?
Even sa 3. So, bukod doon tinitingnan, let's not joke around, tinitingnan ko rin din yung mga R18 mods. Pero pero more nagkakot ng eye sa akin, yung possibility na pwedeng nilang gawin dun sa, yung pag pinalitan lang ng models like, yung ginawa nilang Regina, si Claire, yung ganun. Tapos yung mga zombies na pinalitan din nila lang mga dinosaurs. Ang ganda nito, men, ganun. So, doon sila sa section na nasa labas ng labas ng RPD. Parang ang ganda ng dating, tipong this could kung di pa nakikita ng Capcom this is money. Talagang maraming bibili talaga ng pag i-remaster nila yung Dino Crisis.
I don't know why they're not making any moves on Dino Crisis for this long.
Exactly. Baka na-trauma sila sa 3.
They did a Dino Crisis in space which doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Yun nga yung 3. Tangina. Hindi ko alam kung bakit napunta doon ang direction niya.
Parang siyang parang Metroid yung dating nung larong yun for some reason eh. And
oh man, there's a lot of things to pick on that na game na yun. Tangina talaga.
Meron pa bang iba?
Well, mabasa ako ng comment lang ni Sir Dasman na naman na singit ko lang. One game na love to play is the original RE4. Like, grabe, first time seeing that game, yung may parang ghost and stuff, damn, I wish they would make an RE4 version of kahit sabihin nila na di canon or anything in production of the game.
We've talked about this before. Yung unfinished game ng RE4.
Yeah, he's talking about yung yung paranormal na yung
nakakatakot talaga.
Yung nakakatakot, which in a way nilagay nila sa sa Resident Evil 8 dun sa House of Benevento yung sa Puppet Master. Oh, hi Dylan, you're back. Doon ka pala. Hello, kamusta CR? Ay, gano'n ba? Kamusta CR?
Okay naman. Malinis.
CR pa rin. Gano'n. Pinag-usapan namin sige, just for something that you missed lang pinili kong game na kung gusto pakita ni ipa-remaster is Dino Crisis 1 na with the Resident Evil 2 remake treatment. If you imagine Resident Evil with dinosaurs na gano'n ang mas maganda. So ayan. Yung bring up ni Dasman nga na yung parang paranormal type na RE4. I also remember vaguely yung mga yung mga trailers na dati na pinapalabas yung mga channels na gaming channels na I forgot what they were called, yung nandun pa si Olivia Wilde na way back 2000 2005 2004 na they show trailers na around 2001 pa lang na yung magiging next Resident Evil, which was yung si Leon na nandun siya sa blimp for some reason na yung tapos sinusundan siya na parang darkness thing, ganun yung trailer na yon. And then yung gameplay trailer na the following year na that way nung sa di ko alam kung anong convention, yung pinakita yung gameplay ng ng yung merong mga paranormal shit yung may parang multo na may hawak na hook, ganun na nagta-teleport pa sa'yo, ganun.
To be honest, if you guys remember the original CD ng RE4, it doesn't resemble anything about RE4 talaga. If you remember the design of the CD ng RE4, di ba parang forest siya and then pula.
Yun. Kasi sa akin nakalagay lang imitation tapos RE4 na nakasulat Peke kasi sa akin
nakabili ako ng original before. And
nice. Nakabili ka
yung CD lang yung CD, yung box, syempre, it is what it is in the finished product. Pero yung concept kasi dating sa akin ng RE4 na CD before, it's
parang Blair Witch product ganun.
Parang ganun. So it does resemble, I think, the unfinished concept na meron dapat yung RE4, which yung nakakatakot talaga na medyo paranormal-ish. So, yun lang yung share kong tidbit doon pagdating sa RE4 talaga. Also, may papa-remake ka pa ba or wala na?
Ako? Wala, yung palang pumapasok sa isip ko na eh. Hindi, wait. Ano?
Ito, may comment nga si Derek.
Sige, singit mo man yan. Si
Sabi ni Derek, hard question. Anong genre ang hindi na magmamatch sa horror genre? For example, driving simulator genre plus horror game.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Siguro sagutin natin mamaya after nung una niyang tanong. Diba?
Sa bagay.
Isa
Tapos
na
tayo sa
isa na
Tapos tayo sa first question ni
yung ano niya, yung sinasabi pa kasi si Jay din sa remake eh.
I would say na rin, siguro singit na rin din natin, Silent Hill 1 na lang din. Kasi ibalik nila yung roots of horror. Ganon din, siguro RE2 remake na, na style. Or kahit hindi. Ibalik na lang nila yung, siguro yung mga, ang tao dito, yung fixed camera angles, yung makakaiba na, yung nagpapan na, sumusunod sa'yo na, yung lalagod sa hallway na gano'n. Maganda. Kasi the way I see things, the horror genre sa games is dying eh. It's not thriving like it was back in the PS1 and PS2 days eh.
It's no longer.
Hindi na talaga. Siguro yung pinaka-most noteworthy nga talaga during this generation is Resident
RE7
Evil,
and RE8. Alien Isolation.
Alien Isolation. Hindi ka tulad dun sa PS1 sa PS2 days. Dami kang mame-mention talaga eh. Sobrang dami.
I think then yung mga horror, it's thriving on the independent scene.
It does.
It's not on it's not no longer in the established brands or yung mga companies katulad ng Konami and Capcom. Capcom still doing RE, which is still doing pretty well for about gano'ng katagal, 26
Capcom
years.
Capcom is role eh. Isa na mga Capcom nga eh. Ayan. How about si Sir Jayan? Since hindi
I'll start with the rant dito na ayoko ng remake. Basically, the idea why I hate remakes, the concept of remakes in product, hindi. I'm a big fan of FF7 remake for obvious purposes. You guys know why. Big Eric fan, always and forever.
Team Eric ka, Team Eric.
So,
Okay.
The main reason why I hate remaking stuff is nasa ng creativity ng tao para gumawa ng bago.
Okay.
Yun yung point ko nun eh. Kasi you guys, nalaro nyo na yung FF7R. It's not a remake. Jay, it's not a remake. You could at least agree with me that it is not a remake. It is a reimagining of FF7R.
It's basically a reboot for me.
Yeah.
I would say something different. If you really played it and also din sa OG, meron mga conspiracy theory na lumalabas na multiverse theory na kasi
yun nga yung sasabihin ko eh. Yun yung sasabihin ko sa'yo na parang anong aspect na to dun sa reality ni Eric? Kasi feeling ko umiikot din sa kanya to eh. Dahil ancient siya.
Ang maganda rin din ito kasi mapapansin mo din sa mannerisms ni Eric dun sa laro na yun.
Parang alam niya eh. Parang may nangyari na before na diba? Alam na niya eh.
She's so comfortable to the fact na kung may mga nangyari sa kanya, okay lang sa kanya kasi she will be fine. And then, yung lumabas kayo parang yung mga arbiters of fate, uy, putang na, bago to sa timeline na to. Doon siya biglang nag-iba yung ugali. And also, spoilers na rin, sorry kung sa mga ayaw makinig dyan na ganon. Sa bandang dulo, she mentions na from this forward on, I don't know
what's going to happen.
Hindi na alam ko na mangyayari. Yun, doon na talaga lumalabas si Multi. And also, Zack lives? Question mark?
Kaya nga, it's not a remake for me. It's an reimagining.
Reimagination, tama. Pero I love what they did with it as well.
Yeah, maganda siya, no doubt. Pero it raises a lot more questions to the fans of the old school FF7 na is it still the same? Kasi ako lang I didn't play it honestly. You know why? Kasi wala ako ng console, pero I'm
wala kang
watching
access,
some
okay.
footages. So, yung cutscenes niya, tinitignan ko, and then the way kung paano nila ginawa si Aerith dito, she is very, very cheerful and also, yun nga, comfortable sa nangyayari despite sa mga dangers na meron. Unless maharap na siya dun sa mga, ano yung mga lumilipad-lipad, yung mga,
Arbiters of Fate.
yung mga arbiters of fate lumalabas dun, and then parang, actually, I could attribute do sa parang sila yung pyramid head niya eh. Na parang, diba, parang yun yung pyramid head mo na tinuturo kung anong kailangan mong gawin next eh. So, ngayon nag-devoid ka dun sa gusto nila mangyari, ngayon hindi mo na alam talaga kung ano mangyayari onwards when labas dun susunod na portion ng Final Fantasy 9.
I think yun din ang ano nila, yung hatak na rin din nila para malaro mo yung next episode din.
It is a great marketing strategy for them to do it. And I still hate Sephiroth. With a passion.
With a passion? Separate? Yeah,
Gusto
I would agree. Kasi,
gusto ko yung team niya, tinutugtog ng banda namin non-stop yung One Wing Angel. One of the biggest na fans ako ng One Wing Angel kasi ginagawa nga namin metal. Pero Sephiroth as a character, even sa Crisis Core, ayoko talaga sa kanya. Ayoko talaga. So,
alam ni Adrian din na hindi ko talaga gusto si Sephiroth eh.
Ito lang masasabi ko dyan eh. Kefka for the win.
Yeah, Kefka for the fucking win. Walang sinabi si Sephiroth.
Pero yung Sephiroth ngayon, he is posing to be a big threat.
Dun sa remake.
Sa remake.
Okay, so
though I hate remaking stuff kasi I cannot trust anyone to do something na maganda.
Welcome to Raccoon City. Sama ng ubo ka.
Oh, exactly. Yun nga yun. I'm more reliant on ganito pagdating sa remakes on films kasi yun yung more accessible sa akin. And these are the same people working on stuff din na production. Not really entirely the same people, pero you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Kasi they're working in the same entertainment industry. Sad to say. So gusto ko ma-remake ang SH1 pero I don't want it to be in the same team na gumagawa ngayon. Alam mo na if I want something to be remade, I want it to be in touch with the people who did it first time. They know their history, they know how things work. Sabihin natin Team Silent, may $1 billion ako i-invest ko sa Team Silent para umano sila ulit and go back and redo, not even reimagine na siguro kasi sabihin natin they cannot remake something, it's already reimagining at this point yung SH1. Kasi maraming sila idadagdag eh. If you want a straight on sabihin natin na remake, even yung RE1 remake, it's not even a remake na kung tutuusin. It's a revamp of it.
Oo nga, revamp na lang.
Dami nila dinagdag. Pero naging faithful sila dun sa core ng Resident Evil, which is very, very good. Ganun ang gusto kong treatment na gawin nila. If I want something, it should be treated with respect with the old fans of the game.
And very close
and
to the
also
source material.
Also if you want to incorporate something, it wouldn't be something woke or something irrelevant dun sa laro.
Or forced, again, something
forced, like
okay pa sa akin yung irrelevant eh. Wag lang
I'll
forced.
give you stars.
Yeah. You have to force storylines na gagawin mong bida yung sub-character.
Cut na kita, sir. Si Sir Norvin nagbigay ng magandang number na naman, 69 stars. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Salamat sa pag-anood ng stream.
Yung list ko na siguro, I agree. SH1 would be there. Gusto ko i-remake. Reimagine. Dino Crisis 1.
Yep.
Talaga. Siguro, if you could classify Fear. Yung laro na Fear.
Fear?
Yung shooting game.
Yung no?
Fear,
yung may
parang
grudge na babae. Ganun na.
Yes, yun. Magandang remake yun. Kasi during the time na ginawa siya maganda na pero feel ko kulang pa siya. And then siguro ano pa ba? Clock Tower. Original
Clock Tower. Yeah. Sana gawin din nilang point and click din kasi there's not a lot of point and click games going out right these days.
If you do that successfully, pera yan para sa kanila.
If you do it successfully.
And siguro yung pinakahuli na gusto kong i-remaster or remake or whatever, imagine is ayoko nung RE4 eh. For some reason, ayoko yung touch nila yung RE4. So, kinakabahan ako din sa RE4.
It's been ported for so many times. So many times.
Code Veronica.
Oh, yeah. Code Veronica. Definitely.
So, yun sa akin. Yun yung top 4 ko.
Nice. Thank you for sharing.
Sorry for the semi-rant doon kasi wala kang mapagkakatiwalaan sa entertainment industry ngayon eh. Sorry. Kaya ang ganda nung ginawa nila sa RE2, RE3 kahit medyo fail, at least yung essence niya talagang faithful pa rin sa 3.
Faithful pa rin.
Though maraming tinanggal and then ngayon the marketing strategy nila is to bring another DLC on 3. I hope it works. I hope it will be serving more justice to RE3 fans pero I'm not entirely optimistic. Pero kung maganda siya, di maganda siya. Yun na lang yun. RE2 was incredible.
Okay, may share pala si Sir Dasman. Kanina pa to actually. And that's why I love the PS2 era. They keep on coming up with new games, new concepts like Shadow of Rome. Guitar Hero, Def Jam, Fight for New York, one of my favorites of PS2
Shadow
era.
of the Colossus.
So, testing the PS2 console's capacity and trying out new things. We even had a Kim Possible game and Samurai Champloo man napaparat na lang bigla. Love the PS2. PS2 is
nalaro ko yung Samurai Champloo nun sa PS2 before.
Meron ba?
Meron.
Good game for me parang yata parang kakatapos ko lang panoorin yung Champloo nun.
Yung anime.
Kami ng DVD nun.
Dapat kasi PS2 kasi there's a reason kung why it's the highest game console highest selling game console of all time. So
ayun. Wala lang, na-share ko lang. Parang nalaro ko yung Samurai Champloo after watching the anime. Parang it was super fresh pa sa akin kung kung paano kung sino yung mga characters, kung ano yung nila. Parang na-spot on nila yung story mismo from the anime.
Yun yung maganda eh. 'Di ba? Yun yung maganda if you play something talagang consistent on the source material, talaga may enjoy mo.
Yeah, true. Teka, singit ko lang din kay Sir PJ. Near Replicant maybe. Near Replicant remake thoughts. Haven't played the OG and remake Replicant, only the OG Papa Near.
I think they should remake the first
You
Near
want stars?
muna.
I'll give you stars.
To understand Near Replicant kasi parang it should be connected as well. And I don't think a lot of people have played Near. Kasi parang ang gateway nila doon was yung Near Automata But
pagpasok nila dun sa series yung automata talaga. Ganda talaga.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Oy, may mga nagsasend ng stars. Thank you si Rachel. So si YT mo. And then si si Sir Derek din nagta-thank you siya for answering your question and also sending 69 stars as well.
Speaking of questions, meron na akong sagot dun sa tanong niyang pangalawa.
Ay, sige.
Okay. Sige.
Yung mga question niya nun, yung parang mga genres that would
na hindi mag-fit sa horror.
Sa horror.
I came up with 4 kung hindi niyo ako nakikita kanina pag ganun yung ulo ko. Kasi nag-iisip ako ng sagot. If you haven't noticed, but yeah, I've been thinking. I came up with 4 answers. Horror/card game.
Okay.
Tapos, diba?
May alam mo ganun na? May alam kang game na ganun?
Okay.
Parang ang hirap isipin na ang hirap isipin mo na naglalaro ko ng card, biglang magja-jump scare sa card mo. Ganun.
Good evening po, Kuya Jay. Hey, good evening. Ayan. Welcome sa discussion namin. And then, ano pa yung mga iba? Sorry to cut you off.
Ayun, hindi kasi sa card game, parang siguro it would work if you need to use your cards to progress, tapos parang it's your way of battling with the enemy, but to base the horror on the card game itself, yung sa concept or yung sa gameplay nila na card game siya, parang it wouldn't work on me kasi parang I'll be super vigilant pagdating sa ganun.
You're talking about genre, no? Not exactly a game.
Okay. Tapos the other one is a horror/Sims kind of game.
Oh my gosh.
Horror sim game? So, ano yun? Parang gagawa ka ng horror theme park? Ganun na, ano?
Hindi. I mean, paano ba to? You know how to play The Sims.
Syempre.
Parang you're managing you. Kumbaga, yung your Sims. Kumbaga. So, parang, I don't think it would work kasi parang if there would be something scary, parang you'd see it a mile away. Kasi parang you can zoom out naman eh. So, yun. And, parang ano din, it will turn out more of something hilarious than scary sa akin.
Okay. And then what's the other one?
Tapos, the third one is fighting or a fighting game.
That will not work. Fighting horror game.
It won't work talaga.
It will ba?
Killer Instinct.
Ayun.
Killer Instinct.
Killer
Technically,
Instinct yun eh.
ay, hindi. Parang ano pa din eh. Hindi ako natatakot. Killer Instinct eh.
Pero yung ano, 'di ba, medyo
share ko pala dyan. May share
it's
pala ako dyan. During yung days ng early Mortal Kombat 1, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, hindi siya nakakatakot pag nasa arcade. Para sa akin kasi nakaka-hype. Tipong maraming nanonood sa likod mo eh.
mas nakakatakot kapag sa console mo linalaro.
Pero pag nilalaro mo sa console, tapos yung mag-isa ka lang sa kwarto, tapos ganoon ang boses ng announcer, round 1, fight! So, kunwari, Sub-Zero wins. Flawless victory. Fatality. Mga ganun. Parang yung kinikilabutan ako ng pagkabata ko. Yun ang naalala ko pagdating sa horror fighting na sinasabi mo.
I would agree na in an overall sense, hindi talaga mag-work. Kahit sabi mo, di ba may independent na ginawa na parang lahat ng mga horror,
meron.
horror characters, diba yun?
Ganun din sa di ba? Sa Mortal Kombat 10, if I'm not mistaken, yung mga kinuha nila mga
sila Jason.
Sila Freddy Krueger, sila
yung Xenomorph. Yung Predator,
Leatherface.
Ganun.
Yun. But in a sense na it's a fighting game you'd be more focused on your skills rather than the scare. Diba?
Oh, yeah.
And yun nga, tapos lastly for me, horror/MMORPG.
That won't work talaga.
Ayan, nasagot ko, Derek
I think wala na tayong sasagot dun. Sinabi na lahat niya.
Okay, sinabi mo na yung mga wala na ako i-add dun kasi kasi kung tatanungin ko specific game na na horror na wala sa genre ng gaming niyan wala akong maisip pero
RTS bagay
horror RTS.
Actually RTS it could work naman on depende sa kung paano mo siya laruin kung ano yung angle or yung camera angle sa game. If it's kasi may nakita ko mga real-time strategy na
may taas mo. Sorry.
Ha?
Sorry. May maingay dito, sir.
Wala naman kami naririnig.
Wala naman kami naririnig, sir. Wala talaga.
Wala talaga. Boses mo lang yung naririnig namin dyan sa end.
Nice.
Ayun. So, I think it would work na sa RTS on a certain angle in which how you play the game. Parang alam mo yung if you're familiar with Mount and Blade, Bannerlord.
I've heard of it. Nakikita ko dumadaan sa
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
Either that or yung Romance of the Three Kingdoms. But,
yeah. Oh, of course.
Singit ko lang si Richard Esguera sent 30 stars. Shout out to Grandmaster JM daw. Yes.
Richard Esguera is one of my closest friends in the cosplay community. Photographer din siya, an excellent guy.
Nice.
He covers sports. Dati siyang ABS-CBN photographer, go-to guy nila pagdating sa mga laro. Nice. Awesome person, awesome guy.
Thank you, sir. Maraming salamat sa stars.
Thank you for supporting.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for supporting. I'm sorry to cut you off there. So, yun ang discuss mo, yung may Blade, whatever yung game din.
Mountain Blade, Bannerlord. Parang ganon. I think it would work on that level of strategy. But
wait, may pumasok sa isip ko, pero sige. Go. Tuloy mo na.
Natatawa ako, sorry. May naisip din ako.
Oo, diba?
Oh, yan, nice. Gusto ko na share.
Ayun,
Sige.
parang ganun lang. Parang ganun lang naman. Parang it would work on a certain kind of aspect.
Natawa ako sa comment, pare. EJ.
Alin doon.
RTS horror ko before Plants vs. Zombies.
Technically, yun nga yung gusto ko sabihin kanina eh. Kasi it technically worked on Plants vs. Zombies.
But it's not entirely horror eh.
Hindi siya din hindi rin siya RTS para sa akin eh. Parang ano siya eh. Parang tower defense siya eh. Ganun. TV defense siya.
Zombies is more of a tower defense game eh.
Alam mo, natatawa ako nung sinabi mo yung Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Ang naisip ko po siya beat 'em up na Dynasty Warriors na horror na po siya hindi mag-work. Pero may parts sa Dynasty Warriors na panay ghost yung kalaban mo eh. It's a bit unsettling kung tutusin pero it's still not gonna work. Sabi mo na lang din Metal Gear Rising na horror na.
Yung super hack and slash na talagang
yung share ko pala hindi siya related dun sa yung hindi hindi magtugma na genre. Kumbaga pumasok lang sa isip kasi dun sa word na blade lang na yung psychological horror na hindi halos yung pinag-uusapan na yung yung Hellblade sa
Hellblade.
Yung sobrang ganda nun. Familiar ka ba dun Sir JM, yung Hellblade Senua?
No.
Ano siya?
Ano to?
Describe ko lang namin sa inyo. This is
siya eh. I think wait lang, comment ko lang. I think before playing the game, the developers would send a message that this game is not for the weak-hearted.
It's not for the weak-heart. Mga ganun So, and also, it's highly recommended that you play the game with headphones. So,
yung ganyan sa in Silent Hill, Shattered Memories eh.
I-explain namin kung bakit. Kasi it's based on Norse mythology. Hack and slash game siya na third person. So technically parang God of War ang datingan niya. Pero
you want stars?
Yung main character
I'll give
dito.
you stars.
Teka, singit ko muna to. Si Alodia nag-send ng stars. Thank you 25.
Hindi mo muna matatakot si Jay ngayon, sorry. Pero salamat sa stars.
Si Dasman daw, guts to go na daw siya. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for being here, man. Maraming salamat. Thank you for supporting this game.
Mag-stream ka kami naman yung mag-lurk sa comment section.
Oo.
Thank you.
Ayun, so about Hellblade, ayun nga. It's Norse mythology. Ng God of War din ang datingan niya. And then, etong character mo, may mental illness pare. Na may, wala kang makikitang HUD sa screen mo, pero the voices inside of your head will tell you where to go. Yung tipong, you have to go here, you have to go here. Wag ganun. Tapos maririnig mo sa headset mo na kung saan ang direction, kung saan ka pupunta, ganun, kung pagkakano. And then, the entire thing ng story na revolves around na yung mga nakikita mo na nag-hallucinate ka na ng mga nakikita mo, your own personal demons nagmamanifest in front of you. And then yun nga, yung mga nagsasalita sa ulo mo. It's a good game. It's a good fucking game. Hindi siya entirely horror, pero it's more leaning to psychological.
Basically the main character Senua from Psychosis.
Puta yun pala yung Senua Psychosis. Nice.
Psychosis and must contend with her own mental illness along with the challenges presented by her quest.
Nice. Platform to?
PC? Meron pa sa PC. Di sure kung meron sa PC.
I think meron. Hellblade, no?
Hellblade. Pero dapat
naisip ko yung Hellblade, hindi. Blade of the Immortal yung naisip ko, sorry.
Hindi, malayo.
Meron siya sa PC.
Ayan, meron sa PC. Meron din sa PlayStation 4 ko siya na nalaro nun dati. Ganda.
Okay.
Pero really recommended na magsuot ka ng headset doon. Headphones talaga. Hindi siya manggugulat, pero may mga kailangan ka lang puntahan sa game, yun nga, may mag-whisper sa'yo na parang akala mo talaga may nag-whisper sa'yo na rin in the real life.
Oo.
Pati ikaw pati ikaw din may kakaroon ka ng mental illness na rin.
Wag naman sana.
Wag naman. There's a lot of demons in here already. Wag dagdag.
I myself contain a lot of demons, but
I already exercised my demons a long time ago. May John Constantine.
John Constantine yung dating.
I'm friends with mine so
Ayan. Is there any, any other games that you guys want to point out na i-share din na hindi na-mention dito? I mean, point out na rin natin ng mga Silent Hill, Fatal Frame, ganun-ganon.
I think, di ba, we're talking about remake. I forgot to mention this. A remake they actually remade or reimagined Silent Hill 1 already. I just remembered.
Have they?
It is. Yes. Shattered Memories.
Yung Shattered Memories nga pala. Yeah, tama.
Ayun yung remake niya.
Yun yung technically remake niya.
Yung ba sa PSP? Tama ba?
Yeah, meron. May PSP.
Meron din port sa PS2.
Meron din sa PS2 and sa Wii. Pagkakalam ko, meron din sa Wii.
It's a good game in a sense na yung environment niya is still horror. Pero yung mga kalaban, maiirita ka. It's Ice World.
It's an Ice World. Saka yung mga kalaban doon, di ba, no? It depends dun sa mga nasasagot mo dun sa,
ka lang.
Sa mga tanong sa iyo ng
ni Dr. Kaufman. Diba? Which is very stupid dahil anong gagawin sa'yo? Yayakapin ka lang ng mga kalaban mo.
Oo, ganun yan. Iba-iba lang. Bawal mo pa rin, di ba? Kailangan tatakbo ka lang.
Ang laking letdown ng larong yun kasi the potential was already there for it to be a great game. It fell very short nung nakita mo yung kalaban mo na parang wala silang gagawin sa'yo. Just follow you anywhere. Pwede ka magtago sa environment. Hihilahin ka nila kapag nakita ka nila and then yayakapin ka.
I mean, the game was so easy to finish na.
It's easy to finish.
You can easily finish it within the afternoon. Yun lang talaga.
2 to 3 hours tapos mo na yung laro.
Tapos mo na yung laro. And then, ano ba yun dito? Parang sa palagi ko nga, parang ginawa nila doon, ginagatas nila yung controls ng Wii. Kasi yung sa paggamit ng flashlight, paggamit ng yung different shadows sa pag-solve ng puzzles, ganun-ganon. Alam ko meron doon mga shadow puzzle na kailangan magtapatan ng ilaw na para pag-detaw naman ng ganun-ganon. So,
pero to be honest, if I'm going to play Homecoming or Shattered Memories, I'm going to go with Shattered Memories at any day.
Ayoko ng Homecoming, pare.
Homecoming, probably kung may magtatanong kung anong hindi ko ma-recommend na laro na SH, it's Homecoming itself, sabihin ko na, it is not a bad game kung laro lang, kung lalaroin mo lang. It's not a bad game. The problem is, if you know Silent Hill, if you know the lore, if you know the movies, how they created the movies, this will not make sense for you to play. Not even the slightest. You just have to watch na lang siguro yung cutscenes niya and you'll understand why ganun kasama yung loob ko sa Homecoming. It's not a bad game, but it's not a Silent Hill game.
Yeah, it's not a Silent Hill game na na-expect.
It's almost as close na with The Room, yung 4. Medyo malapit na doon. Mas maganda pa rin yung The Room because The Room is actually a different game. It's not even a Silent Hill game. So another frustration doon sa Room.
So medyo nag-chuckle ako ng konti kasi naging naging topic natin dun sa podcast natin rather we brush elbows in this sa tanong ni Derek. So tanong ni Derek, if may horror game na magkakaroon na movie adaptation na may best of the best production and cast, what will it be? Bukod sa Resident Evil or Silent Hill movies.
Buti na roll out mo na yung
buti na blur out mo na yung Resident Evil saka Silent Hill kasi yung dalawa na yan
given that
wala na akong masasabi doon.
Movie not series. Not series, movie lang.
Kasi parang feeling ko kung ano yung sasagot ni JM pag sinabi series
Last of Us siguro.
Yun. Last of Us sa'yo, yung movie.
Hindi, yung series yun.
Series. Okay.
I don't have faith na maganda yung ilalabas nila ngayon.
Okay. Di ba they're currently making it right now, di ba?
Kasi si, di ba, Ellen Page, wala na
Elliot
siya yung pinaka-fit na naisip ko na pwede maging Ellen.
Di ba dinamanda pa ni Ellen Page yung Naughty Dog tayo na core likeness niya dun sa siguro let's start kasi meron na ako yun na kay Adrian if there's a horror movie na adaptation na movie na kunwari maganda yung production what would be it? Kumunat ng no nila. Do you want me to go first?
Aside Resident Evil, di ba? Saka
aside Resident Evil and Silent Hill.
Horror game na magkakaroon ng movie. Hindi siya technically horror, but I want Batman Arkham Asylum to have a horror movie.
Batman tas horror.
Arkham Asylum lang kasi I don't think na ilabas ng Arkham Asylum yung full potential nung parang scary aspects nung game
You mean sa Scarecrow potion niya? Ganun.
Hindi lang yun Tsaka it's on a mental asylum. If you see it in a broader perspective, it should mess up your head talaga.
Sabagay.
Knowing that, tsaka knowing that the inmates there are criminally insane. Ando na tayo, insane na. Siguro parang
teka. Singit ko lang din yung sabi ni Raiden. Great podcast. Too bad I couldn't join. I have to go now since sleep is kicking in. See you guys next time. Sige, thank you. Thank you sa pag-listen sa also supporting the podcast as well. Good night. Good night kayo. Thank you. I sorry to cut you off, Adrian.
Yun nga. Parang siguro yun, Arkham Asylum. And ito na naman tayo sa Parasite Eve.
Pwede, actually.
I feel like Parasite Eve is super underrated.
It is, yeah.
In a way, it is Pero wala naman
it didn't receive the love that it should have. Kumbaga.
Although marami sa atin na hindi pa nakakalimutan yung shower scene niya doon. So yeah.
Lalo na ako. It's living in my head rent free.
So Parasite Eve sa'yo. Saka ano yung isa?
Arkham Asylum.
How about sa'yo, Sir JM? But thank you nga pala, Derek, for giving this good questions right here. Kasi kami, talagang balls to the wall kami kung anong pag-uusapan dito
natin. It's not really, I won't call it good. It's hard.
It's hard.
It's super hard, which is very good. Yeah, ayun.
Have you come up with something already, Sir JM? Or not yet?
May siguro tatlo.
Sige.
Number one is Dead Space.
Oh! Oo!
Gagawa yata sila na.
I think gagawa sila pero it's still not
pero
final.
sana wag nilang babuin. Ang ganda pa naman ng Dead Space franchise.
If you give it to a very capable horror person who knows dito na magkakatalo talaga You could give any project to any good director, but if the director or even the production team doesn't have any idea about the source material,
wala.
That's already a sign.
That's kagad pag ganun.
It's already a sign. So, may hirap. Madali ang concept ng Dead Space. It's already been done time and time again with Aliens and Predator. So,
Event
madali
Horizon,
na siya.
Ganun.
Wow, yan yung gusto ko magkaroon ng laro. Kung babaliktad natin, kung may horror game na gusto ko magkaroon ng laro. Event Horizon. Event Horizon talaga. Yun ang number one ko. Number two is eto hindi mawawala. And I think you would agree. Siren. Yun talagang proper. May movie na yung Siren. Pero
I mean, they get the proper cast pagdating sa yung
may movie yung Siren, 'di ba? Napanood mo na. Hindi siya maganda.
Hindi siya maganda.
So if they could do something better with it, definitely Siren Blood Curse is going to be a hit. Lalo na sa mga mahihilig talaga sa yung horror na gano'n. Maganda siya kung iisipin. Number three, probably unorthodox is I would like to see yung Cold Fear kasi basically yung Cold Fear meron ng movie to
yung Cold Fear kasi parang dating na parang Deep Rising
Deep Rising na meron na So siguro I would like to see a Rule of Rose na movie.
Pwede. I mean, sobrang disturbing Sobrang disturbing yung tema niya.
Yung history niya, It's also very dark history na pwede may capitalize isang 3 hour or 2 hours sa movie. And
Para sa-
interesting yung mga kalaban nila eh.
Oh. Ayun, buti na may, na some of you guys already took the words out of my mouth. Tulad ng Parasite Eve, ganun, saka, ayun nga, Siren, gusto ko rin
Also,
i-share doon, ganun.
Sikat na yung Jurassic Park, and kung walang Jurassic Park siguro I would like to see Dino Crisis na movie.
Oo nga, sana. Maganda sana din yun eh. Para sa akin, I want to, ano to, di ba? Video game na gagawin movie, di ba?
Yes, adaptation.
I'm just gonna say it. Gawin na lang, sana na movie ng, yung Alien Isolation. Tayo na. Gawin na lang sana yun. I mean,
Yung ganong format.
Yung ganong format, yung tipong, naman, yung itutuloy nila yung, yung legacy ni Ripley.
Sorry, cut kita. May dadagdag pala ako. Total, sinabi mo na yun kung alam ko lang na ang yung established franchise na pwedeng gawin. Kasi we know Alien already has its movie.
Already has a movie.
Jericho, gusto ko.
Ano? Sorry.
Jericho.
Jericho.
Clive Barker's Jericho.
Tagal na. Si Chris Jericho, joke lang. Pero,
If you guys haven't played
Jericho.
it's very, for my faith, no. Pero yung mismong laro niya, nung nilaro ko before, it's very interesting. Very dark.
Yeah, maganda.
Talaga.
Maganda nga.
Sorry, nakat kita doon.
It's fine. Buti nga na-bring up mo din yung Jericho. Hindi mo na wala nga sa isip ko yun.
Clive Barker's Jericho.
Mga Call of
And
Cthulhu.
sinulat siya ni Clive Barker. Clive Barker is a very good horror person director. So,
oo, una na. Grabe. Yung hindi ko naisip yung yung ang tawag dito. Jericho. Another one, siguro yung nilalaro ko na yun, Alan Wake. Siguro isa pang magandang pwedeng gawing concept yun. I mean, kung isipin mo on paper, it doesn't sound lang down. Kung tipong nagkatotoo yung yung horror novel lang isang ng writer. Pero ang ganda ng pagdating sa pagkano sa game eh. Sana gawin nila ng kung maganda yung production, maganda yung lahat ng mga yung takbo ng ganang-ganon. Maganda Alan Wake as a movie. Maganda siya para sa akin lang. And then
yes, I agree. I agree din.
Maganda yun. And then finally, hindi ko rin pwede masabing yung Silent Hill. Fatal Frame kasi meron ng Fatal Frame talaga na movie na ginawa nila eh.
Oh yes, meron na.
It's already on YouTube eh. Arlene, hi everyone. Hello, good evening.
Good evening from Canada. Good morning.
Good morning pala sa kanya. Technically, good morning din sa atin eh. It's already 12.
It's 12 na.
It's past 12 na already. Yeah, good morning. So, another one, siguro ito, obscure game talaga from the PS1 days na I know a lot of people really don't know this game. Pero sa mga may alam, kudos to you. Juggernaut. Hindi yung
hindi X-Men.
Hindi X-Men This is a story about demonic possession talaga. Yung merong isang babae. It's a point and click game sa PS1. Juggernaut ang pangalan niya. It's about a girl na may binili siyang antique sa isang antique shop na it's a bottle. So she bought it for like $2,000 or whatever ganun. And then when she opened it, she unknowingly unleashed a demonic presence within that bottle. And then, ikaw, as a boyfriend, dumating na lang doon sa kanila, meron ng pari doon na nag-exercise sa kanya. Tapos parang, ang trabaho mo doon, parang yung magpapakamatay ka, para yung kaluluwa mo, ipapasok sa katawan ng babae, para i-exercise yung maraming mga demonic shit na nangyayari. Pero I know there's a lot of movies like that. Especially, ay mga nakaraan na years, yung tulad nga ng mga yung mga Conjuring series, mga gano'n, kaya mga whatever. Yung naman mga series na sinusundan nila, pero para sa akin, gusto ko makita rin as a film. And, nga pala, ko rin, thank you for sharing the stream din, Arlene. Thank you. Yun lang, yun yung share ko. Do you have anything to add pala? Anything that you guys want to add? Baka na may
Eh.
pumasok sa isip nila na ano.
Oo nga eh. May pumasok din sa isip ko kanina, nawala na naman eh.
I think I'm pretty much settled sa binigay ko, including Alan Wake. Actually, nung nagulat ako, nakalimutan ko yung Alan Wake.
Ang ganda ng
May-
Alan Wake talaga. I mean,
Yes,
it's a nice game.
Even yung hindi nila remaster yung initial na original na Alan Wake is already good.
Ayun, sabi daw ni Sir Derek, pwede ba ako maghabol ng tanong? Oh, sir. Okay. Kaya nga tayo tayo na yun. Naka-live chats tayo na yun. Para kayo din maging immerse kayo sa discussion din. I mean,
Wala ko yung tatanong na to si Derek eh.
bakit? Anong tatanungin yan? Kung pwede ba mag-jump
Vice
scare
versa
na
nung,
naman?
vice versa nung last question niya.
Baliktad.
Baliktad naman na ano.
Kung game naman or parang movie naman naglalagyan ng that's my hunch.
Naalala mo na sa'yo, Adrian, hindi pa?
Hindi nga.
Hindi na naalala. Sir JM, do you have anything to add bukod sa ano? Ano?
Hindi pala. Akala ko yun.
Wala na ngayon. Kasi if you're going to live out the intellectual properties ng Silent Hill pati Resident Evil, nagnanarrow down yung mga gusto mo makita eh. Kasi most of the games na meron ngayon, meron na rin silang equivalent to to movies eh. Kung
Meron
tutuusin
na.
eh. So may mahirap nang pumili ng game talaga na alam mo yun, parang you want to have it translated. But
maiba
you
lang.
could see something very similar na parang, okay, parang nakita ko na yung concept na yun eh. So, wala na talaga. Except for those may sinabi ko, especially Jericho. Hindi, that's a big attempt kung gagawin mo yung Jericho.
Oo.
And ambitious attempt kapag gagawin mo movie yung Jericho.
Ayun, sabi ni
Siguro pwede din Evil Within din. Siguro kung masasabi din ano.
Kung gagawin, hindi, kasi yung problema sa Evil Within, na yun eh. It's close to
Resident Evil.
Conjuring and everything.
Conjuring,
Oo.
Ay, may sure si Derek Paul. Papasa naman paring AGM.
And what are your opinions about the horror movie turned horror game like Friday the 13th? 13th.
Okay. So, horror movie pero ginawa siyang game adaptation naman. Game adaptation of a movie. Okay. Opinions about that. Ano ba mga game adaptation movie na horror games naman na nagaling talaga sa movie? From the top of my mind, yung pumapasok sa isip ko kagad is
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Okay. Which one? Yung sa SNES o yung sa ano?
Nga pala, meron sa SS nga pala nun, no?
Oo. Meron yun. Yung parang platformer na hindi mo maintindihan.
Yung
either that or yung parang party-based na yung apat is...
Yun nga, yung bago-bago.
Ay, di. Ayun, may pumasok sa isip ko. May pumasok sa isip ko na maganda. Na on recent consoles din, Ghostbusters the video game. Maganda rin.
No.
Maganda yung ano niya. Para sa akin, it's fine. I mean, it also depends on sa execution. You can also treat it as a... I'm not talking about Ghostbusters alone. I'm talking about
Ghostbusters 2016.
yung parang game adaptation eh. Kasi you can also treat it as movie adaptations of games eh. Depende sa kumpanya, depende sa execution din nila, depende sa casting.
Yeah.
Pero maganda kasi sa video games kasi andun na eh, ginagaya na lang nila yung casting dun sa movie, hindi nila iniiba, hindi nila unlike sa movies, which oh my god, makita nyo pa lang dun sa trailer pa lang ng Welcome to Raccoon City, it sucks. Hindi ganun kahalos na kutumba.
May tinanggal akong section ng interview namin kagabi, yung session namin kagabi. And I just reposted it on my page. If you guys want to see the most bastardized scene dun sa trailer na yun.
Yun ba yung 3-minute na, Yung 3-minute snippet na nilagay ng yeah, yes. Like I said kanina, and punta na lang yung page ni Sir JM sa ZR discussions. Yeah.
Yes, sobrang ko nun. So hanggang ngayon yung disappointment ko. It's really, really bad dahil Leon Kennedy is one of the best characters in video game history.
Oo nga, and then they do him like that. They did him bad.
Siguro maasar na lang ako if hindi rin nila, kunyari, di ba they're also going to make a Metal Gear movie kapag yun hindi nila ginawa ng maayos.
Oo. Pag yun, hindi
Ay,
nila...
sa bagay, hindi, gagawa nga pala si Isaac, ano nga pala? Ano pangalan nun?
Yung sa Star Wars,
Rogue One, oo, si...
Isaac, something, basta siya na yun.
Oh, siya na
Gagawin nila yun. Ano na rin, siya rin si Moon Knight eh.
si Oscar Isaac, sorry.
Oscar Isaac.
Siya rin yung gaganap na Moon Knight, which is very... ayun. Nakasagot na ba? Sino ba?
Ayun na yun, sagot.
Yun yung yung basically sagot ko. Yun ang tumata pumasok sa isip ko.
Wala akong maalala Wala akong maalala na movie to game. Kasi ito yun, yung movie to game, none of them were successful.
I mean,
So,
maraming movie I mean, game adapted na movie sa...
na horror
na
horror. Kasi kung may successful dito, diba, dapat na-triumph na nila over Resident Evil and yung mainstream eh.
I think, sa akin, ang pinaka-successful na parang movie tie-in game na lumabas yung sa Wolverine, but it's not, it's
not horror eh.
It's not horror eh. Yeah, it's not horror.
Diba?
In terms of, movie game adaptations, tie-ins or movie game tie-in, X-Men Origins Wolverine is one of the best. Saka yung yata.
Yes. Sige.
Sa PS3, maganda, no?
Or maybe
para sa akin, if you want to go, if you want to go...
better than actually, it's much better than the movie,
Para sa, isa din sa share ko din, if you want to go way back from the early 2000s, yung video game adaptation ng Spider-Man, ng mga movies na,
Well, yes.
Ganda naman, sobra.
Pero if it's not limited, not limited to horror, marami kang pagpipili.
Pero pag sa horror,
konti lang talaga. Sobrang konti.
Ang magiging basis ko na lang dyan or basehan ko would be if the production that parang took the IP is parang respectful of the the game or the movie din eh. Parang if they had the game parang if they made the game na parang similar it would be good, but kung babaguhin nila yung mga kwento, it would depend din saka siguro it would depend on how the gameplay works then.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
So ng game, pag hindi nagustuhan ng fans yung gameplay ng game, alagpak yun.
May sabi pala si Sins, as much as I want to stay, but I have errands tomorrow. It's nice to topic mga kuya guys. Salamat pa yung gano'n na ako maglaro na. Dami na nalaman good night. Yeah, thank you so much. Salamat din sa stars. Sa supporting this
salamat.
Yeah.
Tulog ka na.
So, I think we're running the podcast already for more than, less than 3 hours now. Grabe na. Sorry man, medyo napapagalo ko lang sa couch mo eh.
Hindi, minsan napapaisip kasi ako sa mga tanong din ni Derek na parang,
okay.
Ang
hirap din kasi it's legitimately a hard question nga talaga. Pero
kaya maraming salamat sa mga tanong mong nagpipilipit ng isang piraso kong brain cell, Derek. Lalo na sa ganitong oras ng gabi.
Well,
kaya super thank you din dahil sa interaction.
Ito medyo mahaba na rin ang podcast natin. I think we could end.
Oo nga.
Ganyan. Kasi generalize kasi yung yung pinag-uusapan natin lalo pag kung horror games, di ba?
At dahil dyan, may naisip na akong upcoming topic, but I'll reveal it soon.
Oh, nice. Ayan, kasi kasi
kasalanan ng Derek yun kaya naisip ko yung topic.
Nice. Kasi para sa akin, if you're gonna ask, each horror game na nalubas na nagustuhan talaga natin deserves definitely an individual podcast. Tulad din kaya yan i-plug ko na rin para kay Sir JM yung yung usapan nila ni kasama ni Sir Jazz sa The Game Silog Show, yung cover up na topic yun, Silent Hill 2. Kasi if you're gonna talk about individual games like Silent Hill 1, 2, 3 ganun, it's gonna be a whole deep rabbit hole talaga pagdating sa ganun na pwede ka mag-dig up. I mean, wala pa doon yung mga ibang games na hindi natin na-mention tulad nung isang horror game sa PS2 na Kuon na maganda rin maganda rin ang laro na yun. So, kung usapan mga Japanese horror, ganun. Kuon sa Siren din na bring up ni Sir JM nun. So, Since it's a horror month naman, yun nga, excited na rin din ako ng topic na rin yung bibigay niya ni Sir Adrian sa ko ng idea niya. We would really glad to have you over again, Sir JM, lalo pagdating sa Silent Hill na topic.
Yes,
Right,
definitely.
Thank you so much.
Matagal na ako din nakakalaro sa Silent Hill, honestly, pero I could remember most of the stuff dun talaga. Kasi you will know once if you any one of you guys watching, you're interested on visiting the Games Logs episode with me. There's a reason why I hate Silent Hill, because it goes against my belief, but also love the
Hate
game
and
as well.
Hate the love relationship na.
it pulled me out of something na dapat hindi ko kakayanin kung ako lang.
Kaya papakinggan ko yung podcast na yun. Just to know.
I mean, divine intervention na iniwala ako sa Diyos and everything, and there are tools din kasi kapag if you don't help yourself out of a situation na hindi ka tutulungan ng Diyos and fully. So it's not kasi there's a religious sa Silent Hill na I really don't agree. Marami akong hindi agree sa ginawa nila, pero for entertainment na ako din hindi ako agree fully, pero I've been there. Nalaro ko yung laro and I know the lore. Yun yung something na hindi ko na matatanggal kasi alam ko yung lore niya. Probably not as deep as you tawag dito, Jay, pero if you could ask me anything about Silent Hill 2, 99% of the time masasagot ko yan. Kasi ganun ako ka-invested before sa Silent talaga.
I really love Silent Hill 2, especially pagdating din sa yung psychological background niya, yung pagdating sa mga yung story na mismo, and then how the game manifests the psychological stress o kay psychological trauma yung na main character mo doon, that you can really relate to real life na sobrang na magugulat ka lang na there's a lot of things that you can relate to with Silent Hill 2 unlike yung mga ibang sa franchise nila, kasi yung Silent Hill 2 lang talaga ng focus mainly sa psyche ng tao para sa akin lang.
Yes. Yun tingnan nilang gawin sa 3 na hindi nag-work masyado kasi kinakabit mo yung yung 1 sa 3.
Ayan.
It's inevitable talaga.
Sa 3 kasi parang binalik na naman nila sa religious side of Resident Evil. Tuloy lang, Silent Hill pala. Silent Hill, ganun.
But 3 is also a good game.
It is.
It is a good game talaga.
It is a good game.
And it's far better dun sa mga nakasabayan niya talaga.
Although medyo na-derail nga lang yung sa 4 kasi it wasn't supposed to be a Silent Hill game talaga. It was supposed to be a completely different name.
As far as for yung story niya, it's still something that you would like to dive into pagdating sa story-wise. Then it's a different story writing pagdating sa 4.
It is.
My biggest issue is you just placed in Silent Hill. It is a conscious decision on the part ng Konami na ilagay yung Silent Hill doon. Talagang pinagbotohan nila yun. It's not a secret. It wasn't a secret talaga. Kasi alam nilang hindi bebente.
Yeah.
So, mag-isip tayo ng parang para mabenta to. I have to slap Silent Hill there or eventually bibili ng tao. And yung paglagay nila kay ang pangalan ng kalaban doon, 'di ba? There's a callback in Silent Hill 2 na nandun yung pangalan niya. Si Walter Sullivan.
Yung ba yung kamukha ni Kurt Cobain?
Yes, siya. Siya yun. So, yung pangalan niya nandun sa 2. So, syempre, okay, ko-connect natin to. It's bad writing in some case, pero yung story niya itself, it still holds up better than most other horror games na pwede mong tignan. Definitely.
Totoo. Okay, I guess we can wrap things up na. And then we can get some rest natin. Haba na rin ng podcast natin. Ito na naman tayo, Adrian, na maabot na naman tayo sa mga 3-hour podcast natin.
Akin normal na to Pero na talaga din, I think at this time, kailangan na rin natin magpahinga.
Yeah. Anyway, so thank you very much guys, lalo na sa mga viewers natin kanina, yung mga nag-share, lalo na sa mga sa stream natin, and sa mga ideas din nila or rather yung mga yung mga share nila, mga comments nila. So, maraming salamat sa pag-support ng podcast namin.
Maraming salamat sa nyo, ang tawag dito, sa pakipag-communicate sa amin during the podcast. It's a very good way of engaging with the audience talaga. Tsaka it's something that we're not I'm not yet used kasi parang I have a very wide attention span.
Okay.
Kung napapansin nyo, kanina pa ako tahimik. It's because I'm observing each and every everything that's moving on my screen. Yun. Pero yun nga, maraming salamat sa mga bigay ng mga questions.
Lalo kay Derek.
Tanong ni Derek.
Yes. Kay Dasman, diba? Yung mga nag-share na experiences nila. Yeah.
Oo. Maraming salamat sa mga nagko-comment ng mga brain-tickling questions.
Hard questions.
Super hard questions actually, na talaga napaisip ako. Tapos, maraming salamat din doon sa mga nagbibigay ng stars sa amin.
Oh yeah.
So, thank you for supporting us.
You have no idea how you are right now talaga. And it's something every time na namin sinasabi namin parang we're having this baby steps talaga, and you guys are really awesome on helping us walk this path of doing this. Ewan ko kung masasabi mo siyang career, but parang
that's your choice.
Passion na lang. Passion na natin.
Because we are people who really love to talk with each other.
Mataldal kami.
Kung alam nyo lang, yun. We are very thankful for people who are watching, who will listen later.
For later. Sa special guest na natin, yan, si Sir JM. Thank you very much sa pag-accept ng invite namin dito sa podcast.
Kahit biglaan lang.
Biglaan lang. Talking about horror din talaga. Sa gabi.
Maraming salamat sa ating super awesome guest na si Sir JM Cruz from the 0 Hour Discussions. You can check his YouTube channel at 0 Hour Discussions with JM Cruz. Check it out. Leave a like, share, subscribe, and all that, diba?
Hit the bell.
Hit the notification bell. It helps the content creator a lot. And, kaya yun, super thankful kami, and I hope that you guys had fun doing this, being with us in this podcast.
I had fun. Definitely I had fun with this.
Siguro magko-closing lang din ako on my end, and tipong for me, I'm a bit foreign pagdating sa local content creators na ako in-invite. Usually ako yung nag-invite ng tao. You could see yung ko, as opposed to these two fine individuals and gentlemen nandito ngayon, I only work alone. So, mas mahirap yun sa akin na tipong naghahabol ako ng tao talaga. Unlike sa inyo na parang madali lang. If you guys want an episode, mag-usap kayo. Talagang pwede kayo mag-formulate.
Tacting po to si Adrian.
Yun nga eh.
So,
and it also takes a level of commitment yung ginagawa nyo dalawa. Kasi you have to be in sync. Sa schedules niyo, you have to be in sync.
Hindi nga kami in sync.
No, at least in the most part, based on nakikita ko, yes, you guys are. And these are the types of content creators kailangan nyo supportahan people. For the 5, 6, 7, 10 people na nandito ngayon, I'm
Thank you.
very happy to bring whoever na meron ako sa akin towards other channels. Hindi rin ako yung katulad ng tao na, alam mo yun, kapag nag-end ako sa stream ko, hindi ko sinasabi like, share and subscribe on my end kasi I want it to be organic kung nagustuhan nyo. It rewards it for you to follow me. If not, then at least nakita nyo kung ano ginagawa ko. On my end naman, I do movie reviews and everything, talk about fandoms as much as I can. Talk with artists kapag may time sila. I think this fourth quarter, it's going to be challenging kasi maraming ginagawang tao ngayong patapos na yung taon.
Patapos na yung taon kasi marami nang mga gagawin din.
And sinabi nga ni Adrian kanina, for the people who send out stars to their favorite artists, people that they follow, you don't have any idea how grateful these content creators are kasi
Nakakatapatan ni puso.
Pero oo.
it
every
motivates
time na,
people talaga to
Oo.
these guys, these fine gentlemen to do what they do, and also incentive na yun sa kanila na we look forward na mas maganda yung kid. Also anticipation na dapat yung next na gagawin namin mas maganda pa dito sa nagawa namin ngayon. And that moves everyone forward. That's what's important talaga. Yung magtulungan ng tao. Yun lang siguro sa akin.
Thank you for giving that input, Sobra. Salamat. Thank you very
problem,
much.
sir.
So on that note na rin, I guess this is signing off.
Good night lang. Good night lang kasi may mga gagawin pa kayo this weekend.
Good morning na pala. Good morning, Anar.
Good morning,
Good morning, good evening, and good night.
Anywhere you are.
Anyway, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. So thank you so much, guys, for joining us for our horror game stream, or rather yung live class natin with JM of Zero Hour Discussion. So this is the Losing Streak Gaming Podcast signing off. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye. Love you guys.
Take care.